Happy Monday. Big Metal Monday. Sports the program is brought to you by NCAA National Certified Alarms and Long-Term Contracts. License number 645. I'm telling you what, baby. Woke up early yesterday. My buddies and I all streaming, watching everything together because, yes, I do love me some hockey. Had I grown up in today's world, I tell everybody I'd have probably played hockey before I'd have played soccer. Because I loved hockey. But there was no hockey in Southern California in the 70s and 80s, just to tell you that. Hockey arrived when Wayne Gretzky did. Everything changed overnight. But yesterday, oh, my Lord. Are you kidding me?
Now Jack Hughes pokes it around McCarr. United States with numbers. Back across it comes. Jack Hughes wins it. The golden goal for the United States. For the first time since the 1980 miracle, the United States takes the gold. Jack Hughes beating Jordan Bennington. The United States wins the gold medal here in Milan. 1 minute, 41 seconds into overtime.
Hell to the yeah. Lost my mind, baby. Couldn't believe it. It was incredible. 3-on-3, just like the ladies, the men win.
Yeah, the women won in overtime too, right?
Yep, against Canada. Women won in overtime against Canada. It was awesome to watch, and it was incredible because as I watched the entire game, I said to my buddies, dude, how did they miss that shot? Because there was a moment in the third period where they should have won the game. Well, you know, they should have been up 2-1 because I will tell you, we won the game. We from the 10-minute mark of the first period for the rest of the game, we got dominated. And it was because of our goalie. Our goalie is otherworldly. Hellebuck made a hella few saves.
There's Vince Marner. Marner towards the net. Oh, Taves had a wide open goal. Put it through the crease. The United States dodges a bullet there.
Marner looks for Taves on the backside. That Butcher's going in. He got the paddle bush.
Wow. Incredible. With Hughes once again. Back out for Backup. Shot clock. Here comes celebrating. Moving in on Hellebuck. Backward celebrating. Stopped. And then the second shot goes wide.
Two huge saves by Connor Hellebuck here. Not even 4.5 minutes into the third period.
Insane. The first save is the kind of save, I'm telling you guys, it's the save that they'd have on a postage stamp way back in the day. It'll be on every kid's wall. Puck, shot behind him. The goalie has his stick behind him. Boom, knocks it out. He didn't miss it. It got saved, baby.
Dude, the picture of the year so far is the defensive player who lost his front teeth.
Yeah, that's the guy who scored. Jack Hughes. Yeah. He didn't care. He is hilarious.
That picture is iconic.
Those guys
Already.
they don't care.
Nope. Who
They
needs teeth?
Who needs teeth?
You don't need it right now.
No.
Hell, they're in their 20s.
Yeah, no doubt. They're going to get fake teeth anyways.
Yeah.
Part of the fun is having no teeth. And they're the only guys that go, you know, that looks okay on you. Tooth broken in half.
It's awesome, man. It's an awesome photo.
But the game was just insane.
And Hellebuck, you're right.
That
man.
guy, the saves.
Man.
That save where he blocked Jonathan Taves, I was just like, are you blank? I thought, how did he miss that? And earlier in the second period, they stopped. He stopped on a breakaway. Connor McDavid. His nickname is McJesus because he's the greatest player in the world. And he stopped him. And I thought, it's one of those games, and everybody's ever played a sport at a high level where there's a goalie involved. You ever played a game where you're like, I don't know if we can do this. I don't care. We could be out here all day, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to score on this guy.
Yeah.
That was it. And then the goal, and that's it, baby. It's ours. And watching everybody like all over my For You page was people in bars across the country in Alaska at like 4 a.m, just bars already hammered, just losing their mind. I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about, baby. But you know what the coolest thing was afterwards? Johnny Grudel.
Oh, man.
Was a stud, and he would have been on this team.
Yeah.
He was killed with his brother in a drunk driving accident.
Yeah.
He got hit. He and his brother died. His wife, at the eulogy, announced that she was pregnant with their third kid, the guys brought her over.
Dylan Larkin and Zach Wierenski have gone into the stands to go get Johnny's kids. They're going to come out now, and they are going to hold their dad's jersey and get a picture with the gold medal team. You talk about sports, and you talk about the togetherness of a team. If you've ever been a part of a team, you know what it means. And when we say lifetime bond, it means lifetime bond.
Yeah, that was awesome. Brought him out. The first time that, the minute they won the game, the guys brought out the jersey for Godot, and then they brought out his kids. That was so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was. You could even hear, Mike Tirico there just kind of, just tearing up. I was shocked to find out that was the first time we won the gold since the last time we won the gold in 46.
I thought maybe we had won it at least one other time.
Yeah.
But nope.
No.
That's quite the drought.
We lost it I think it was at Torino, and then we lost it in Utah, Salt Lake, in overtime. And we haven't, and then there's actually been a few times when Finland, they were the defending champions, but I was shocked. I thought we'd have won at least one more time before then, but we hadn't. What a hell of a game, though. What a hell of a game. It was awesome. And then the Trumpster called him. And I don't know if you guys saw the Trumpster on the phone. It was hilarious. He calls them after the game.
1 minute. And by the way, your goalie played not bad.
How are you? Say hi to him.
How you doing, Don?
I have seen hockey goalies have slightly worse games. It's unbelievable, and you were all unbelievable. And that team is pretty good you played. I don't know if we get anytime soon, right? And, I tell you what, I just told my people 2 minutes ago, I didn't know they'd be calling. I said, we're giving the State of the Union speech on Tuesday night. I could send a military plane or something. But if you would like to, it's the coolest night. It's the biggest.
We're in.
We're in. They were hammered, by the way. Did you see afterwards the celebration? They're carrying Jack down the street, Jack Hughes, and they're carrying him. They get off the bus. Barely any of them could stand. They've been drinking so much. But they're like, this is the greatest day of our life. We're the winners, champions. We're better than you guys suck. It was awesome. Oh, it was everything that was needed. That's right. Ron said it was Devin, not Jonathan. It was an amazing day to watch because honestly, we got dominated. And watching also the Canadian media, that was, we should have won this game, We played harder than they did. We should have won the game. I can't believe we didn't win the game. They were so pissed.
Salty,
yeah, because they got dominated. But here's the beauty of hockey. I've seen it. I remember when not only the Kings won, but I remember when the Ducks won and the Stanley Cup. I was like, nobody's scoring on this guy. Through the entire time, nobody's going to score on him. I watched it. If you get one goal, you're lucky. You're not getting two. And it was
Hellebuck?
Yeah, but Hellebuck he was on fire. It was like the puck was the size of a beach ball.
Yeah.
Just couldn't be stopped. So, great way to start the weekend. And then it got cold, Ken.
I told you, boys. I told you.
I think we need to do one, Ken. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
When the weather weathers, we weather the storm. Bringing you fast and accurate Chapass reports with the weather wizard, Ken Weaver. Now it's time for the Chapass Report. Tell us about the Chapin, Ken. Chapass Report. All right, chap us out, baby.
Got a bad case of the chapped ass today, boys. Wind chill right now is 19 degrees.
Ooh.
And it's not going to get any better until tomorrow. So tonight we're looking at mostly clear and 20 degrees for the low. But tomorrow we get up to 51. And I don't see us going below freezing through the rest of the week after tonight.
Okay.
Now, we got some rain. Got some rain coming in Wednesday night, Thursday night. But it doesn't look like that's going to be anything severe to worry about, just some rain. And then, boys, we're looking at a beautiful weekend. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. 61 degrees for the high and sunny on Friday. And from what I understand, we might get close to 70 on Saturday. We're going to be flirting with 70 degrees on Saturday, boys. Sunny with a high of 69.
Oh, awesome. But right now, a little chappy ass today.
Yeah, we just got to get through today and tonight, and then it'll be better. Thank goodness.
I will tell you, I was telling Bell said it was snowing today when he goes outside. It was snowing at my house this morning when I took the dogs out.
Yeah, there was a little bit of snow spitting down in Murfreesboro, too.
Now,
it was enough for me to actually see it from inside the house from about 20 feet away from the window.
Yeah.
And I could tell it wasn't going to stick, but it was like, that's a little freaky.
Yeah.
I was talking to my agent's a good friend of mine, and she's in Rhode Island. And I said, how is it? She goes, we have 18 inches of snow, and it's still pouring down outside. She goes, it is beyond chaos. And in Rhode Island, she goes, nobody's going anywhere.
No.
It's not fun. It's not the fun, like, hey, it's snow day. It's, oh, my God, we've already lost power.
Yeah, at one point, they had 500,000 power outages.
Yes. So,
what do we know what they're down to now? Is it less than NES had at this point?
No. NES still have power outages going on? Probably not. So, I mean, the rails, the roads, I mean, you name it. And Mondani's out there saying, we got 2,600 people. But they were saying as quickly as they come and shovel the snow, within minutes, it's just right there again.
Yeah.
It's ugly out there. So, but think about everything's canceled, like all the flights, everything.
Not a big fan of that socialist, obviously, but at least he had a plan, unlike Teresa Applin.
Yes. They did have a plan. They went out last night, too, made sure they got as many as the homeless off the street as possible because they have quite a few.
Yeah, you're not surviving this outside.
No, you're not. That's one of those things where you go and you find somebody who fell asleep on the park bench and he's not waking up. Like, that's how cold it is there. And this is a bomb cyclone.
Yeah, bomb cyclone.
Crazy. Oh, what a weekend of chaos and craziness. How was your weekend, boys? Anything exciting?
No, nothing really exciting.
No?
Pretty much the same. Just hung out. Then all of a sudden it was Monday morning.
I killed a dinosaur.
What?
I killed a dinosaur.
Wait, you killed a dinosaur?
How dare you?
Ate it.
Wait, what?
I was bored.
They found a new dinosaur. Is that the one you killed?
Yeah.
Did you see they found a new dinosaur?
Yeah.
That guy just like in the water, he pulls out this giant, he's like, look at me with my giant dinosaur bone.
Are you talking about the Spinosaur with the spike on its head?
Yeah. So, oh, goodness me. Oh, Lord. So that was, I didn't do anything. Didn't feel great on Saturday. I was kind of just wiped, like super wiped. I fell asleep at one time the middle of the day, again, for like several hours. I want to say a few hours. But no, it was not. It was several hours.
Where was Charlie?
She was in the house doing what she does.
And you still got to sleep?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. As much as I could. As much as she will let me sleep. Because sometimes she comes over and she posts like, Dad, I know you're sleeping and you're tired because you work 100 hours a week. I got to ask you a question. What do the instructions on this thing say? Because it's not our language. I'm like, oh, God. It's like, it's Japanese and I know what it says either. So there. So deal with it.
You don't automatically know how to read Japanese when you become a dad?
I do not. For those of you trying to put stuff together, you guys recognize that sometimes not everything is in English for whatever reason. Crazy. All right, coming up, a lot of fun stuff today, some interesting stuff. We'll talk about Iran, Mexico. Man, you should ask Chuck Schumer. Chuck, with all the stuff going on in Mexico, are we going to be able to get our avocados? Controversies at the BAFTAs. What is that?
Sorry. The avocados don't really matter right now because we've already played the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's right. They only matter when the Super Bowl's. I forgot all about that.
Well, we do have Cinco de Mayo coming up.
Oh, that's right. Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, I didn't think of that. We could be in deep.
We could be in deep. Could be super deep. So we're going
for Chuck to tell us about it.
Thank God we got Chuck Schumer on it when it comes to the avocados. Plus, we're going to talk about the other big story in the world that's not Iran or the U.S. Punch the monkey.
Punch the monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Don't punch the monkey.
Have you seen Punch?
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Punch the monkey. A story that is dominating the globe and is crazy. But you know what? It just takes a little something that all of us come together. All of us come together and hate on those other stupid monkeys, mean to punch. Talk about that among other things straight ahead. Chat bets are super tough. No. All right, guys, I want to talk to you about my friends over at Bulwark Capital, ready to talk to you about what's going on in the world of your retirement and investments. Bulwark is amazing. If you're overwhelmed with things like AI, crypto, tech, you name it, they have you covered. They want to give you a free Know Your Risk portfolio review right now. It's not going to cost you anything, and they're going to show you what it's all about and what it is that they do, which is risk management. Lower risk, lower cost, lower volatility. How can they give you the most upside potential? They're about fundamentals of value investing, and they have a global perspective in the way that they do it. It is incredible. So you can sign up. It is absolutely free to you, and they'll go through everything, show you what it is that's going on in your account. You have some fees that are maybe that you shouldn't have. Do you have some stuff in there that you're like, hey, if stuff goes sideways, you can be in a lot of trouble? They'll show you that. And if it's great, they'll tell you, hey, it's great. Good luck. Keep doing what you're doing. Sign up today at knowyourriskpodcast.com, knowriskpodcast.com for the Know Your Risk portfolio review from my friends at Bulwark Capital Management. Investment advisory service offered through Trek Financial LLC and SEC registered investment advisor. Investment risk not a guarantee. Past performance not guarantee future results. Trek 2647.
Well, officials in Rutherford County say the school bus shortage could affect thousands of kids again tomorrow who will need a way to school. We'll tell you about that and other top stories at 12:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
That is so. Chris and I were laughing about that. It was like, somebody not pay their insurance?
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of their contractors that handles about 41 buses.
Well, you know how to fix that.
Government.
A little more government.
A little bit more government. Hey, you got a little bit more government for this? Oh.
Somehow their insurance lapsed.
How embarrassing. How did nobody know that? How did nobody get a bill and go, hey, we should probably open this? It says final notice. And the big red things like you see on television.
Yeah.
That is embarrassing.
So are these kids getting a reprieve from school, or do they still have to find
They have to find a way to school.
And kids impacted, they say, they'll give tardy. They will forgive their tardiness or give them, an excused absence. But they say they were able to. They say they were able to get a lot of those routes covered this morning, but it could linger into tomorrow morning. So, and you're talking about 40 routes, so some routes had to be doubled up.
The insurance
so you're going to be late.
The insurance company's waiting for the check to clear before they activate it again.
I just once again, how did this happen? How bad is this? So the kids, there's a bunch of parents tomorrow. It's like, well, our bus isn't working, and I don't feel like driving you to school, so you're going to have a day off. You're going to have a bus day. Other kids have a snow day. We didn't have a responsibility day.
Yeah, sometimes the line of cars of parents that drop their kids off at school in Rutherford County.
Yeah.
That is a long line.
Dude,
and that's whenever there's not a bus shortage.
Those lines are crazy. Crazy how long those lines are.
I remember when my daughter was in high school and my son was in elementary school, picking them up after school was a 3-hour ordeal.
Oh, God, no.
Finally, my daughter got her driver's license. Then it became only an hour and a half.
How far was it for her to go to school?
A couple of miles.
Get a bike.
Nah, we weren't going to let her do
10
that.
10 miles each direction in the snow.
Uphill. Always snowing whenever I went to school as a kid.
Yeah, you wind up as a grease spot riding your bike in Murfreesboro.
Yeah, I know. That's a man. I look back. We rode our bikes everywhere.
Yeah.
If I asked my parents to take me to school, I lived in my private school. I lived like 5, 6, 7 miles away. I'd be going, hey, Mom, I need to ride to school. She goes, well, sounds sucks for you, right? You better get on that bike and head out. Why did I buy you that bike if you're not going to use it? Huh?
Yeah, the only dangerous, I'm trying to think of now, whenever I was in junior high, school was on the other side of town, in the town I grew up in. So I wasn't going to ride my bike there. But I remember in elementary school, we had to cross a highway, and a lot of us would just walk because it was fun to hang out with your friends.
Yeah, in the morning. It was like, we get to hang out before we have to go to school.
But
Stupid,
crossing that highway was an adventure, but we looked forward to it.
Right on.
Were y'all getting stoned when you walked to work?
No, we were just in elementary school.
Oh,
was this before you were sentenced to hell by that preacher?
Yeah,
okay.
This was before.
All right. Well, see, so you were doing bad things. Little wake and bake with the youngsters.
Yeah. We're in 6th grade. Hey, man, did you get a lid? How much it cost?
That is so.
3 arcade token.
No way. That's crazy. That is, that's well done. Well done, everybody. Well done with your busing. Fantastic. Man, I'm surprised somebody hasn't set up a sweet bus route on their own. Parents charge everybody like $15, $20 a kid a day, $30, Hey, I pay my stuff. We got great licenses. Let's do this. A little competition doesn't hurt.
Just tell your kid to keep his trap shut on the way to and from school.
Yeah. And to this day, I still have no idea why there's no seatbelt on the bus. There's a seatbelt in everything else.
And you're legally required to wear it.
I know. So
there's not room on the buses in Rutherford County.
Man,
they've got my son, when he last rode the bus, he said they were sitting 3 deep every seat, and to get a 4th one on, you had to practically sit on somebody.
I never rode the bus once.
I had to.
But how far was your school?
My school, whenever I got to junior high, I want to say it was probably 10 miles, 10 miles or more across town.
Would you ride your bike, though, if you had a chance?
Back then?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, yeah, you would. 100%. But see, the problem is you had to get up so early to ride your bike.
Exactly. And I didn't like getting up early.
No. But if your friends are all getting up, we're all doing it.
Yeah, now if we were all doing it, that would have been, we never would have made it to school.
Yeah, well, that was the problem with me.
There were too many arcades on the way.
Sometimes. They shouldn't open up at 8 in the morning if they don't want me to show up.
That's right. It was their fault.
Absolutely. I was lured in. I should sue them, much like the people are being sued for the whole, addiction to social media.
That's right.
God's sakes.
It was Space Invaders and Galaga.
Centipede.
I used to get rides with my friends that already had their licenses, and there was more than a few times where somehow we ended up at the beach instead of school.
I had a few of those problems.
If I'd have been near a beach.
Well, we had that. So when I got into like 9th grade, we were surfing a lot. We would all go out even before school. We'd all go out before that. And like the beach schools like Newport and Huntington, they actually had 0 period they had surf class.
Interesting.
So you could take surf class.
Credit for that?
Yeah. So that's how the white kids live.
Is it like a physical education class or something?
Mm-hmm. And to be on the surf team at Huntington Beach or something, like you're usually world class. But yeah, we would go surf in the morning and we'd get there about 6 and we'd be done by like 7:30 and we'd head back. We'd stop and get something to eat. But sometimes you end up being late. It's like, dude, it was pretty gnar out there.
Can't just walk away from some tasty waves.
You can't do that, bros.
Everybody was Spicoli.
Everybody, man, it's got to be pretty gnar. I'm just letting you know, it was pretty gnar. It was glassy, right? Right, little Southwest-ish feel, man. Like 3 to 5. It felt good, man. I'm telling you right now, it was nice, bro. It was nice. Should have been there, Teach. All right, coming up, Mexico. That was crazy. BAFTA. What is that? That's the Academy Awards for Britain. There was controversy last night.
Somebody saying nasty words.
Nasty words, but there was a reason for that, and everybody's freaking out about it. We'll talk a bit about that, among other things, straight ahead. Chad Benzer, Sabat, 99.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast in 5 minutes. Right now in Middle Tennessee, officials say the bus shortage could affect more than 40 routes tomorrow in the Rutherford County School District. Sudden insurance lapse for one bus contractor sidelined them. Officials working with other contractors to fill as many gaps as possible, but delays system-wide are likely.
There were, of course, delays this morning because it involves running multiple runs using the same bus. But we were able to cover a vast majority of those who were affected by those 40 buses. So that's going to be in effect till at least through tomorrow.
Specially called a school board meeting tomorrow will address the contractor issue and long-term solutions in Rutherford County. Nick Reiner, the 32-year-old son of filmmaker Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer Reiner, has pleaded not guilty to murdering his parents in their home. L.A. District Attorney Nathan Hochman says Reiner could face the death penalty.
This case is a death penalty eligible case. Along those lines, we take the process in which we determine whether or not the death penalty should be sought extremely seriously, and it goes through a very rigorous process.
Reiner's been held without bail since his arrest the night of the murders. His initial attorney withdrew from the case, leaving a public defender to represent him moving forward. Peter Mandelson, the former UK ambassador to Washington, remains under police arrest, but has, and while he is under investigation, his political career unraveled after the Epstein files revealed emails and alleged payments suggesting deeper ties to the financier. Mandelson stepped down from his senior post after losing the confidence of government leaders, and he was arrested today. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Colder 20s and teens for the overnight low. We start off tomorrow very cold. We get a little bit better in the afternoon, 40s with increasing clouds, but the wind stays gusty. 20-30 miles per hour makes it feel like the 30s and 20s. We're back near 60 on Wednesday, low 60s on Thursday, but it does come with a soaking rainfall Thursday afternoon.
Wellness Institute of Nashville wants to be your doctor. They're my doctor. I'll tell you that right now. Dr. Mitchell is incredible. He should be your doctor as well right now. New 2026 special, 47% off non-surgical decompression, okay? So spinal decompression is the best, the best for you. So but you need to come in there and see them. And not only are they amazing, so Dr. Mitchell's incredible, but technologically, he's always looking for what can make your life and your visit easier. And he's got it with the new HydroWave machine, which is incredible. Okay, so this stimulates your own stem cells with the Hydrowave. They're the only place in Tennessee that has one, okay? So we're talking about the best of the best. Plus, they've got robot lasers, anti-gravity machines, you name it. He's an innovator. He gets it, and this stuff is awesome. So bring your MRI in. Get yourself in there. Talk to them. If your back is in pain and you're like, I don't want to have surgery, I don't want to have shots, they've got you covered at the Wellness Institute. Go to painisbad.com, painisbad.com, or call 615-246-5009, 615-246-5009 for the Wellness Institute of Nashville. This portion of the program is brought to you by NCA, National Certified Alarms for Long-Term Contracts, license number 645. Tomorrow night, we're all going to be out there. Although several of you going, is Bell going to be there? Bell, he doesn't show up stuff like that.
And it's almost sold out, too.
Yeah. 6 left. Let's get this done, okay? If you've ever wanted to come yell at me, now's your chance.
But I just noticed something, though, that we should all have been in a panic over. And I think we're letting the audience down by having not talked about this.
Yeah.
The Dow's under 49.
Oh, God.
So
no wonder they arrested Mendelsohn.
If you have kids, hold them tight and hang on.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
Telling you before. So remember last week, Trump? We're the most transparent. It's going to be great. You guys want to know about aliens? Apparently the day before he said that,
Yeah.
3.8 million files were wiped clean that were all about aliens.
Told you it'd be a big dud.
Big dud. You guys were looking one way. I zagged when you zigged. I'm playing 12 to each chest.
Do we know what department deleted them? Was it like CIA or NSA? Or?
No, they don't tell us that. We just know that they did. Now it's coming out that they did. So that's nice of us, right? Jeez. Clowns.
Yeah,
A
it's
bunch
like-
of clowns.
Well, and I mean, Tim Burchett had, he said, he said they're not going to tell us anything.
No.
They need to, but they're not going to.
No. They need to, because we have a right to know if we're going to be in trouble with some beings because you asshats did something stupid that we didn't know about for your gratuitous wealth. Fighting wars and crap. We'll get to that later. Speaking of that, did you see Mexico yesterday? Holy mother of God. That battle?
Yeah, that was a little nutty.
Yeah, that was like, there was stuff where you see guys coming down a mountain and the battle was ferocious. They killed El Mencho, who is the head of the Jalisco New Generation, who is probably the biggest and most violent of all the gangs. And to give you an idea of the kind of money they do about as much money a year as Starbucks. And that's just one, right? They're bigger than Airbnb. They're bigger than Chipotle and like Domino's put together. I mean, they're massive. And they killed him. Somebody else will assume it. They killed 25 federal people. We helped, by the way, in this. We helped. We have a new Northcom that gave them information about this cat.
Do we know how many other cartel members are killed?
Just a few. Few. Hey, they come loaded. 2019, El Chapo's kid was caught in a town, and they arrested him. And before they could get out of town, they barricaded the streets with military stuff, absolutely throttled the neighborhoods. And the president at the time, Orban, said, give him back. And they gave him back. So they're not nothing. It's for damn sure. But here's the crazy thing. So Guadalajara, Puerto Vallarta, we can't even take the Love Boat there anymore. Is that where the Love Boat went? That's where the Love Boat went. Always.
Think so.
Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
So Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, all of the airports, no American flights are going in or going out. But here's another crazy thing. We're a few months away from the World Cup. Guadalajara is going to be hosting games. They're freaking out, FIFA. But a month from now, the final playoffs are supposed to take place in Guadalajara for the last playoff positions and for the World Cup. And because of this, they're wondering what the hell to do. It was crazy yesterday. They blew up that Costco, right out in front of that Costco. I mean, it's nuts. So we'll see what happens from there. Meanwhile,
they were hanging out where the resorts are.
Yeah, which normally they stay far away from.
Because they know it's a mutual agreement down there, isn't it? Because everybody wants the tourist dollars.
Yeah, and they know that people in Mexico need the tourist dollars, right? They want to supply us with drugs because we consume it.
Right.
We love $20 billion.
There's a market for it.
There is. I mean, we never talk about that, but there's a market.
Well, you can't suck down all those gateway drugs and not follow it up with something.
Yeah, it's true. You're absolutely right. Yeah, you can't smoke that weed and not think, God, what'd be good next? Fentanyl. I had a gummy last night. Give me some heroin. I want to chase a dragon. But but normally there's kind of that weird thing where it's like, we don't go to Cancun and attack. We don't go to Puerto Vallarta. We don't go to anywhere there's tourist dollars because that hurts the Mexican people. I mean, it hurts it in a major way. I remember when COVID hit, my buddy who owns a house down there because his life is so tough, he has a nice condo down there. And when they started going down, they were thinking about buying the condo. They go to this place all the time that, it's right near, it's like a 2-hour drive from Phoenix, basically, 2.5-hour drive. And when the first time they went down a few months after COVID, this Mexican restaurant, this like restaurant that's special. It's Mexican food basically for tourists, but they like going there. And he said, man, there's nobody here. He goes, dude, the guy that he sees all the time is I've had to sell my house. He goes, we've lost it. He goes, we had to sell it for best we could. I've had to sell my car. He goes, there's no tourist dollars. They live on the U.S. dollar there, like in a major way in those places. So this is normally a super no-go. And the fact that they had to close the airport, people running. Did you see the people running and ducking in the airport?
Yeah.
Good God.
Just didn't COVID blow a budget in blow a hole in Nashville's budget when there was no travel or no tourism?
It did. It blew a hole in a lot of people's budgets, especially places that live on tourism.
Yeah, and we do.
Yeah, other places where you can, they're like tourism's a part of things like Europe. Like they were excited in Europe because what are they talking about? The Venice canals, like within 3 or 4 months it cleaned up and you could see the bottom of them and everything. And everybody's like, it's beautiful, it's quiet, but we're all broke. So that doesn't help. So it's that weird thing, but this is usually a no-go. It was awful. It was awful. Last night at the BAFTAs, that's the British Academy Awards, okay? Just to let you guys know that. There was an issue, but not an issue. So Delroy Lindo, great actor, and Michael B. Jordan giving out the first award last night.
Delroy and I are delighted to be presenting the first BAFTA of the night for a vital part of movie making. We're here to celebrate.
So the beep you heard was Jonathan Davidson. He is a man who is suffering from Tourette's, and he yelled the N-word, among other things. Throughout the show, he was screaming and yelling. He finally got up and left. And one of the reasons he was there is because we just thought it'd be funny. No, that's not it. We thought it'd be all right. But one of the reasons there, the movie last night called I Swear, the guy who played him won the award for like the whole thing. And his story is amazing, but everybody's like, it was racist, it was this, that, and the other. No, it was Tourette's. Only Eric Cartman wanted to have Tourette's for real. Only him. And Ken and I have a favorite show with our favorite girl, Balin. You guys
Balin
remember?
Out Loud.
That's right.
Why do I cuss? You're done. You're done.
My name is Balin. I'm 21 years old, and I have Tourette syndrome. In a little baby weenie.
Raining vagina!
Tourette syndrome causes me to have involuntary motor and vocal tics.
Want it up, want it up, want it up.
Your mom's built like a falafel.
What's going on with her? She's real?
My mom has crabs. She doesn't. Plane rides are already hard enough. I have a gun. I have a gun. They're going to send us to a back room.
And that was from last year.
Shenanigans!
Thank you very much. If you know anybody who's ever had Tourette's or been around it, it's a trip.
It's debilitating.
It is.
It's the psychological side of it really intrigues me, though, because they're yelling out things that are inappropriate, but in their own head, their brain somewhere has to say saying this is inappropriate.
Yeah, I mean, they recognize that. Like one of the times in the first episode or two, remember this kid when she goes out back and she just yells the most filthy things you could think of? She comes back in, then she goes out like 2 minutes later and goes, sorry!
Yeah.
But she's not yelling out things like, I love strawberries.
No, well, sometimes she does.
She does?
Yeah, sometimes she'll say the weirdest stuff.
Yeah, she'll just say, and she's constantly surprising the people closest to her and her friends. But it's almost like a type of Parkinson's.
Yes.
In that they cannot help it.
No.
It just comes out.
And
but like to your question, Belle and Chad, you might know more about it. I too don't understand, the vulgar things that come out, and they don't understand it either.
No, they have a tough time. And I don't know what it is. It's almost like you said, almost a cross between Parkinson's, but also like dementia, right. Where when my grandmother got dementia, we realized it was bad. Here's the woman who's like 1980s Christian, right? Like, run around with a Bible and hit you on top of the head.
Yeah.
Became the most vulgar person out of nowhere.
Right.
Something in that portion of the brain switches on. Now, some of the medication you could take can stop you with the screaming, but it rarely stops you with the tics. And my sister's best friend growing up, his name was Twitch because he had it bad. He cussed a lot. And it was bad. Then he started taking medication. The problem is it killed who he was as a human.
Right.
He would twitch a little bit, but he was just a different person. It is a horrible thing. And some people are trying to make it out as a racist. It wasn't a racist thing.
No.
Right? Like anybody wakes up and go, oh boy, I'd like to have that. I'd like to have a thing where everywhere I go, people stare at me. She's at the airport. She's going, I got a gun. I got a gun. I got a gun.
Yeah.
And of course, her mom's like, well, we're going to go in the back of the room now.
Yeah.
Right? Knowing full well.
So what came of this fella at the BAFTAs, man?
Well, finally, Alan Cummings, great actor, by the way, brilliant actor. He was hosting, and he finally said, look, you guys know he's here. We're apologizing, about that. We didn't, BBC sent out something, understanding, look, this guy's got a disability.
Mm-hmm.
His movie was one of the stars of the thing. This was not a, embarrass them kind of things. But yeah, you've got Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo up there, and he yells the N-word.
Yeah.
Of course, he yelled all kinds of horrific things the whole night. But this is the one that
But he's
stood
not
out.
doing it with the intention of hurting anybody.
No. And I think calmer, cooler heads were like, they understand that.
Yeah.
But it was shocking, right? If you're two brothers standing up there and somebody yells the N-word. And you're like, what the hell was that?
First thing you think is, who was dumb enough to say that?
Is Prince Andrew here? Stop that.
And then when you find out it was the guy with Tourette's, then it's a little it stings a little less.
Well, and Balin's thing is if she sees somebody bald,
oh God, yes.
she cannot help but say, "You're bald."
Yep. Thank you, Balin. That's what everybody said. Thank you, Balin. To Jerry, or that guy Jerry. Hey, Jerry, you're bald. Thank you, Balin.
Yeah, one of the producers.
Yeah. Her sister is funny too. Her sister's like, it's weird having somebody with Tourette's. You're either going to get a hug or you're going to get punched.
Right.
Like it's crazy. It is. But they didn't. Everybody understands that. But of course, it causes big controversy because it's the N-word, because of all of this stuff. I don't think for a moment this guy thought, oh, this will be great. The world's going to hate me right now.
That's the thing that kills me is the only controversy it should have caused was the people that didn't understand he had Tourette's.
Yeah.
Because he's not sitting there doing, I'm going to pop off with this word in front of these two gentlemen. He had no control over it.
Yeah. And I think people should have recognized too, hey, we should, at the beginning of the show, it's one of the things they said is at the beginning of the show, they should have warned everybody, look, John is here. He's going to say some stuff out loud. I'm sure you're going to hear. But one of the other things is they didn't mute it for the other playback because it was live and then it went out all over the world and they didn't cut it off there where they should have. They thought they should have took that word out. But controversy where there shouldn't have been any. It should have just been honest with everybody.
Well, more importantly, did his movie win?
The actor who played him won.
Well, okay, good.
So that was it. All right, coming up, we got more stuff. We didn't have a chance to talk about Punch. We're not going to have a chance to talk about it because Punch needs to be in the spotlight. Punch does. Punch is awesome. Punch is sad, too. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Relief Factor is awesome. And right now, I want you to try some Relief Factor. It is incredible. It is amazing. It is formulated naturally with omega-3s and incredible stuff like resveratrol in it. You can take it every single day. It's not addictive, and it's going to help you with the day-to-day things of just living when it comes to aches and pains in your joints and your back and your legs and your muscles, especially if whether you're just working out or just everyday living. Brian, one of my listeners, has been listening for a while. He tried it, thought, you know what? I'm going to put it to the test. And he said within 2 weeks, 90% better, which makes his life a lot better because he was starting to worry about whether or not he was going to be able to keep his job because of how bad his back was. That can be you. I want you to try it. It's a 3-week quick start. Okay, it's less than $20. You're going to feel the difference and how amazing it's going to be to get out of that pain. Go to relieffactor.com. That's relieffactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF. 800-4-RELIEF for Relief Factor and tell them Chad sent you.
Rutherford County School District bus shortage update, and 500,000 people without power because of that bomb cyclone in the Northeast. These stories and more at 1 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Wow, it's weird. NES went up there, huh? Now they're called the North Electric System. Is that very nice, Chad? It is. It is very nice. And, of course, remember, nobody will ever get fired, and there will be zero accountability for all the stuff that happened here.
Come on, Teresa. You need to quit. Just do the right thing.
She is. She's staying on because she knows the mistakes she made, and she's the only one that can fix those mistakes.
No.
In the future.
Incorrect. She's horrible, and she needs to go.
She scheduled almost 5 people to work that weekend. Okay? 500,000 out.
Yeah, they're all in the office, though.
They were all in the office trying to figure out how the text thing works. This text thing doesn't work at all. Crazy. You guys better come out tomorrow night. Stake of the Union. Just a few tickets left. So grab your tickets while you can. Grab them while they're hot, kids. Ken's going to be out there. Chris is going to be out there. Matt's going to be out there. Is Jackson going to be out there?
I don't know.
Jackson's going to be out there. And, of course, Dan will be out there as well. I'll be out there. So feel free to come out and yell at all of us. Mostly me. That's okay, though. We'll have a good time. Shake hands, break bread, eat some steak, and, of course, have the fat part of the steak, which is delicious.
Yeah, big old steak.
Just bring us the fat. I don't even want the regular meat. Just give us the fat.
Just give us the crispy fat.
Just trim it off of everybody else's steak and bring it over on a plate.
That's right. Yeah, how about that? All right, coming up, hour number 2 of the program. Are we going to attack Iran? I feel like it's a possibility. Talk a little bit about that. Plus, Punch the Monkey, stealing everybody's heart. Why? We discussed that as well. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7.
One o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Channel 4's Joylyn Bukovac says the Rutherford County School District bus shortage due to a contractor's insurance lapse could linger tomorrow.
Some delays as buses run additional trips. Transportation updates are being sent directly to the families. If a route cannot be covered, those absences or tardies will be excused. The school board has called a special meeting Tuesday at 5:30 to address this issue.
More than 500,000 power outages across the Northeast as of noon today. ABC's Sherry Preston with more on efforts to restore it.
New Jersey Governor Mikey Sherrill says more than 100,000 people in her state lost power, then had it restored, but there are still thousands in the dark and without heat.
There are still a significant number of people without power now. We're working to get to them.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul says
utility crews are deployed. They're ready to fix the lines if they come down.
But with the winds as strong as they have been, she says it's just too dangerous to send crews up utility poles. Sherry Preston, ABC News, Glen Ridge, New Jersey.
Back here in Nashville, Mayor Freddie O'Connell's Winter Storm Response Commission convenes for the first time today. Following what happened last month during Winter Storm Fern, the commission brings together emergency management leaders, utility experts, city officials to review what went wrong. Some state leaders have questioned whether a few appointees may have conflicts of interest. But the mayor's office says the group has no formal authority over NES. The commission is to produce recommendations and submit them to the mayor by August. Right now in our nation's capital, President Trump's responded to a new ABC News Ipsos poll.
President Trump's approval rating in the latest ABC News Washington Post Ipsos poll is just 39%. His overall disapproval rating, 60%, is the highest of his second term and matches his disapproval rating as he left office at the end of his first term in January 2021. At the White House Monday, the president dismissed what he called, quote, fake polls and insisted he's more popular than surveys indicate, but he didn't provide evidence.
So one today that I'm at 40%. 40%. I'm not at 40%. I'm at much higher than that.
Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
And back here in Nashville, Vanderbilt Health stopping all gender-affirming plastic surgeries for adults, a decision announced over the weekend. Officials say there simply aren't enough surgeons to continue the program. Local LGBTQ plus leaders say the decision leaves Tennessee with almost no in-state surgical options for transgender adults. Vanderbilt will still provide hormone therapy and other non-surgical treatments. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News. Happy we got the Gold Medal Monday. Chad Benson Show's powered by NCA National Certified Alarms. No long-term contracts. License number 645. We won yesterday. We beat the Canadians. Beat them like a rented mule.
Where they just landed. Where are they landing at?
The U.S. team?
Yeah.
Probably, I would assume, somewhere warm. Although Trump said yesterday.
Oh, wait a minute. They're in Miami. It just popped up there.
That's what Trump said yesterday. I thought it was hilarious. Hey, guys, don't worry about it. Fly to New York. Wherever you need to fly, I'm the president, so don't worry about the weather, all right? I get you in there, right? Nobody could stop me because he's apparently a wizard.
No, Ken's the weather wizard.
He is. By the way, somebody goes, why was Ken sentenced to hell? And I said, what? Oh, because I said he met a pastor at like 16 at the local radio station and told him he was going to go to hell. It's good. It's good meeting him. Oh, my Lord. So, the U.S., I wonder how many are going to come tomorrow to the State of the Union. So the U.S. team has been invited to the State of the Union tomorrow. Trump has invited them. I don't know how many will come or won't come. But, he took it upon himself to say, hey, guys, get yourself out there.
What would really be cool, and we'll do the White House the next day, we'll just have some fun. We have medals for you guys. And we have to, I must tell you, we're going to have to bring the women's team. You do know that. I do believe I probably would be impeached, okay? But But anyway, if you could work that out, I would be honored to have you. I'll introduce you to the whole...
I got it, boss. I got it.
Okay, you got it, Cash.
I'm on it.
She's doing it. I'm happy.
I'm getting on it.
Congratulations. That was an unbelievable game. I don't know if one person that wasn't... Everybody that called me said, I'm watching the hockey game. I don't know if anybody that wasn't. And you're going to be proud of that game for 50 years as you grow older. I mean, it was amazing. So we love you guys. Congratulations. And I hope to see you, Cash.
Oh, Cash was there.
He does seem to be genuinely excited.
Oh, I think he was. He loves this stuff. Look, Trump is a lot of things, but this stuff, this is what is in his wheelhouse. Calls him up. Guy was joking with him. And I love he was talking about the goalie, Hellebuck.
Can you pick us up in Miami on Tuesday morning? Yeah, Tuesday morning. Go to the northern border.
We'll get Cash and we'll get the military to get you guys up.
I'm going to go.
Boys are going to the State of the Union.
The nice thing about being president is I can tell you, you don't have to worry about the weather or land. So we don't care if it's snowing, if it's the worst blizzard. We sail in through that city just like you did in the ice.
So that was awesome. And he said, I can't wait to meet the goalie. They like, say hi, John. Say hi. He's like, what's happening, Don? You gotta like that.
Yeah, that's nice and informal.
Oh, what's up, Don? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. But Kash Patel was there because why not? That guy is a celebrity. He is loving every second of the accoutrements and trappings that come with him being the FBI director. He loves every second of that except for the part where you do anything.
He's got to eat it up while he can because sooner or later it's going to be discovered that he didn't know what the hell he's doing.
He doesn't.
And he's going to get replaced.
He doesn't. And he, Chris and I were talking about it. It was cringe. It was cringe. It was cringe. It was just, He's out there celebrating with him. No. That's their time. Let them celebrate. That's their time. Family, friends, the people around there. It was cringe. If it was Trump, different story. Maybe JD, but it was cringe. And this feels like something because he loves doing this stuff. He loves the just all of the.
He likes him some winners.
He does. He likes, Oh, no doubt. No doubt about that. I mean, it's no doubt about that. But the reason he was there was gold medal game, obviously.
Now Jack Hughes puts it around McCarr. United States with numbers. Back across it comes. Jack Hughes wins it. The golden goal for the United States. For the first time since the 1980 miracle, the United States takes the gold. Jack Hughes beating Jordan Bennington. The United States wins the gold medal here in Milan. 1 minute, 41 seconds into overtime.
Yeah, baby. Is that sudden death?
Yes.
It is.
So it's just like the women the other day. They went 3-on-3. And say the goalie was the reason we're there. The goalie. That was it. Jack Hughes won it as far as ending the game, gave us the gold. The goalie's the reason we have the gold. John Hellebuck was out of this world. The save he made on Taves was incredible. Shot behind him, basically, and he blocks it with the paddle and sends it wide. And if you see it, he's on the right. He's on the left hand of his crease with his left leg. Taves is over here on the right. They pass it across. He's beaten, doesn't even move his body, sticks the stick out and knocks it, and it goes wide. And it's incredible. That's the stuff. Every poster you're going to see, every kid's going to have one of those in the rooms who loves hockey. By the way, NHL, you better take advantage of this. Right? You've got lots of love going on right now in a way that you haven't before, realistically, because, Canada's kind of dominant. I was surprised to hear that it was that long that we had won the gold medal. And by the way, it was 46 years to the day of the Miracle on Ice. And what people don't realize is the Miracle on Ice was the semifinal. We didn't win the gold that day. We beat the Russians, but we had to beat the Finns 2 days later. And there was no way the Finns were going to beat us. We were, there was just no way. That was never going to happen. And we won 4-2 and beat the Finns and won the whole thing. But the Miracle on Ice was not the gold medal game. Afterwards, the boys partying just a smidge hard.
Jack Hughes with the golden goal. I mean, how does that sound, my friend?
It sounds great, but it's not about me. I'm so happy for this group. I'm so happy that we could win. I'm so happy that USA Hockey's gold medalist, and just a great day for USA Hockey and our country. We're proud that we did this for us. We're proud that we did this for the guys in the locker room, but we did it for the people back home and all the love and support we get. You dream of winning a gold medal for your country. A lot of talk for us was breaking the drought. We thought this was the group that could do it. And, we're gold medalists. We're the champions. Tonight, we're the best in the world.
Yep. And it was awesome and good for us. So back to some normal times now. Get yourself out there and start throwing. And it's interesting in a situation like this because you are playing with guys who are your rivals during the regular season, guys who are on your team during the regular season. They're across from you. But you leave everything out there. Busted tooth, right? We saw guys out there with broken teeth. And it's, it hits different for hockey players.
Didn't the goalie take it in the mouth?
Oh, yeah. They all did. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that, they got thumped and beat and hit. And there's no fighting. So there was a Four Nations tournament last year where they all got it on because they just let everybody fight.
What, you mean they're not allowed to fight?
You're thrown out of the game.
Oh, you're just ejected. There's no penalty box or anything.
And it was, there was a couple of situations early on where guys threw blows and you're out of the game. You get an automatic game misconduct, which if my son was playing would be right away. Like that'd be the first thing he does. He's like, Dad, guess what I'm going to do today? What? I'm going to get thrown out of the game. A tournament that you paid for, Dad.
That sounds so true.
This weekend, Dad. Last weekend, I paid all this money for Jack to play in a high school tournament. 7 minutes in, hurts his knee, out the entire tournament.
Oh, man.
I just told him, I said, dude, what is up with you?
Is the leg going to be okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. But, yeah, that doesn't matter. Yeah.
I just had to plant a couple of dudes, Dad.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't. I don't mind that he does that. But, I'm like, dude, come on. Especially when I go to see you play, because I don't see you play that much. I come out there, right, fight through Thanksgiving traffic, get myself out there. You're 3 minutes into the game, your second shift, and you start throwing blows. Jerk.
Do these teams, like the ones that your son has been on, do they ever have capacity for you to watch it online?
Yeah, I'll watch some of the games online.
Oh, you do?
I will. So what was awesome yesterday, so the way, if you kids that play hockey, the younger you are, the earlier you play. And if you're a hockey parent, playing a game at 5 in the morning or 5:30, it happens. Okay? So yesterday in Southern California, did you see the parents? They start cheering and all the kids are on the ice and they're probably 10, 7, 8. And they all start jumping up and they all throw their sticks in the air, both teams, and they all run over and they all start hugging each other after the U.S. won. Right? They're playing each other, but it was still better than that. It was just awesome. So phenomenal. We win. That's great. Now we might go to war with Iran. So there's that. Over under. He can't do it tomorrow, right? There's no way he can do it tomorrow because it's as big unless he brings out the big.
Well, he needs to hurry up because we're running out of falafels.
Are we?
We are.
We're running out of falafels, guys. Oh man. It's going to be interesting to see if what Trump does. And if you saw any of that interview last week with, maybe we'll play some of it a little bit later, of just the insanity of Huckabee and Tucker. And I'm not always a big fan of Tucker. I wasn't always a big fan of Tucker. He's always been nice to me. But, the craziness of, Huckabee going, oh, yeah, Israel could take it all. It should be all their land. And you're like, what? Are you talking about? How many wars do you want us to be in?
And how many different people do you want us to be in them with?
I know. My God. I just, no more. Ken is here, so you know what that means. Little Chap Ass report.
When the weather weathers, we weather the storm. Bringing you fast and accurate Chap Ass reports with the weather wizard, Ken Weaver. Now it's time for the Chap Ass report.
Tell us about the Chapin' Ken.
Chap Ass report.
32 degrees right now
Sweet
in
mother
Nashville.
of Chap.
Cold sunshine is what they call it. And it's going to be some cold moonlight tonight. 20 degrees for the low. But then tomorrow, 51 degrees for the high, boys. And I don't see us going below freezing again through the rest of the week.
Good.
And the weather's bipolar.
Yes, sir.
It
no
is.
pun intended.
So,
Friday,
yeah,
sunny and 61.
Oh, baby.
Saturday, sunny, 69. Oh, and you know some of us are going to get above 70. You know it.
Oh, please do. Please do.
That's where I'm going to go and take off my shirt.
That's it. Oh, dude. Fun's out, guns out. Yeah, baby. That there is, it's going to be cold for a little while. But just for a tiny bit.
Just got to get through tonight. Got to get through tonight and early tomorrow morning.
Then you'll be fine. You're going to be right as no rain, but then the rain's going to come. How bad's that rain are we looking at?
Let's see.
We're not going to get any twisters or anything out of it.
No, nothing like that. Just going to be some rain.
Okay, there you go. So it should be all
going
right.
to be some rain.
So
midweek rain. Let's see here. 1 to 1.5 inches in Nashville.
Not a bad deal. We'll be okay with that. You know why? Because we're not in New York where they're getting 24 inches of snow. 24 inches.
Yeah, this morning in Boston, I think it's Boston Logan International Airport. You could not see. You could not see the airport.
My God. That's insane.
Yeah. I mean, it was white out.
That is incredible. That is
And that's
absolutely
impacting everywhere. I mean, the Northeast, that's where all the people live.
Yeah.
And where most of the flights are.
And they've canceled everything. So it is hell in Flightland is what we're saying. So if you were thinking, I'm going to get my connector's coming from no, it's not. Not today, it ain't. If you thought it was coming from Mexico, no, it ain't. It's not coming from Mexico neither. Especially if it's in the Cancun.
Yeah.
Or the Puerto Vallarta or the Guadalajara. So just craziness right now. Just, you know what? Stay home. Right? Especially if you got bus problems. Now's your chance to use that as an excuse.
That's what old Mom Donnie's telling him in New York.
You know what? And he's right. He's rightfully so.
He is.
That's
Telling him what?
Telling him stay home today.
Oh,
Don't go out. Don't do anything. It's going to be a couple days. We're not going to be able to get everything up and running. Even though we've got all the people, we can't have our people in a blizzard trying to, fix electricity.
Just wait until we make the buses free anyway.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Even this weekend, did you see him? Was it the guy on CNN, Fareed? He absolutely torched him about his insanity of free stuff and the Democrats, how they ruin everything. CNN. The guy's like, look, you guys can't give everything away in the world and then tax everybody and think that it's all going to work because you're giving so much away, you're not going to have anybody left to tax.
Yeah, I think I saw a news blurb where apparently he's had to come out and say, we're going to have to raise everybody's property taxes.
Yeah, 10%. 10%. How's that working out for you guys?
Wasn't that if he didn't get his wealth tax on billionaires?
Yeah, what happened? Everybody in Albany's like, no,
you're not doing that to us.
God, we told you that. Here's the beauty of it. When the reality finally hits, them in the face that, it sounds great and the populism sounds great, except for the part where you have to implement it. And the people that also have to get reelected, they're not going to do that to their constituents because it doesn't make for good politics.
So he's not going to be able to get it through the
so he's going to try to do property taxes now.
Can he do that unilaterally?
I think he can inside of a jurisdiction of New York City. He can't do it elsewhere.
So he doesn't need the city council's approval.
Well, he'll need that, and we don't know if he'll get that. But that's what he's going for now. It's like, we'll just have to do it there. All right, coming up, we got a lot of other fun stuff. We are going to talk about Punch the Monkey coming up a little bit because it's all over my feed. Right, some more about Mexico. What is going on there? The insanity. What will be coming next in Mexico as far as the cartels go and what happens with Scheinbaum. A bunch of other good stuff on the way. Chad Ben Show, Super Talk 997. All right, guys. Omaha steaks, baby. Omaha steaks are delicious, nutritious, incredible. Protein, like you couldn't believe. The semi-annual sale's going on right now. 50% off right now. Site-wide, okay? Now, when you use my code Benson, you get an extra $35 off at checkout. We're talking about the best USDA cuts of meat. The protein is amazing, but the fillets, wrapped in bacon, thank you very much. You name it, they've got it all. Seafood, steaks, burgers, dogs, pork chops. They've got everything for you. 100% unconditional money-back guarantee right now, delivered right to your door. Since 1917, they have been America's butcher, and they are the best around. Get 50% off right now. The world's best protein delivered right to you. Go to omahasteaks.com. 50% off site-wide during their semi-annual sale. On top of that, you're going to get an extra $35 off when you use promo code Benson at checkout. That's 50% off at omahasteaks.com. An extra $35 off with promo code Benson at checkout. Terms may apply. See site for details.
Parents in the Rutherford County School District need to have a plan to get kids to school tomorrow because of this lapse in insurance coverage by a contractor impacting about 41 routes. We'll tell you about bus routes, that is. We'll tell you about that at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Dun, 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 dun. By the way, tomorrow night, Stake of the Union. I want to get it done. So does we have like 5 left, I think. So this is your chance. Your chance to hang out with us. Your chance to come break bread with us. State of the Union tomorrow night. Who knows? Trump may announce a war in the middle of it, which is always a possibility. So come on over there. Hang out with us tomorrow. All right? You can go to 997WTN.com. Now, here's what you get. Hundo. You're going to get yourself amazing snacks, right? Like full dinner, whole 9 yards, non-alcoholic drink. It is at Legends tomorrow, right? Legends Steakhouse in Smyrna. So for those of you that take the I-24, we were talking about it. It's going to be a hit or miss, as we know, because we were joking about it today. Ken was making fun of us. What time are you leaving tomorrow, Ken? You're going to go there about noon, see if you get there by 6?
I'm going to leave tonight about 6:30 and see if I make it there tomorrow by 3.
Okay, that's good.
Because it does involve driving on I-24.
Yeah, so, which, as we all know, is a nightmare. I mean, I was telling him I'm going to take side streets. Leave tonight. I'll do the show on the way there. Just Bell, just call him Bell. All right, Bell, let's do it live right here. Let's do it. Do it from the car. When I go play pickleball over at Pickleball Kingdom sometimes, and I'll leave here at like 3:30. It's like the best route is this. And it gives you a route. Like, there's no way you could ever find your way there, side street wise, a second time. Because it gives you, like, you go down the side street, right? You drive through somebody's backyard. You go over a tree, right? You're like, turn right at Tom's house, right? Go up with 7 things. And just, there's no way. But if you take the I-24, it's too much. So, nightmare indeed. Nightmare. So letting you guys know that tomorrow night come out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hold on here. We got a hypocrisy of us. The hypocrisy of some of you is stunning. If you had been invited to that locker room as Patel was, you would have jumped at the opportunity. He was there. I think he invited himself. I think that what we're saying is it's cringy, by the way, and they should celebrate on their own. And that's the way I'd have been, being a guy who's been an athlete. I don't want, that's the way it should be.
You can't insult one of Trump's appointees, even if they are stupid.
Yeah, most people think it's cringy, by the way. Most people did. Most people. And it was also the defense of it that was cringy. So having been, in a situation where I've got friends who've won big things, and no, that's their time. They should go enjoy it with their family, the people that help them get there. There was a star during the World Cup that put himself in a position where he was hanging out with all the World Cup players and was on the thing, was holding the World Cup. No, it's not your job. It's not. Zip, zilch, no. All right, coming up. Kids, punch the monkey. You're like, what? Yeah, punch the monkey. We're going to talk about punch the monkey, stealing everybody's heart. Pete has gotten involved, which, of course, makes everything cringier because that's PETA. If you don't know who Punch the Monkey is, he's the other big story that's not Iran and that's not the U.S. winning gold. We'll talk a little bit about that, among other things. Chad Bench, Super Talk 997.
1:30 on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got a crash 65 southbound right there at the northern split going southbound. Full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Channel 4's Joylyn Bukovac says the Rutherford County School District bus shortage due to a contractor's insurance lapse could linger tomorrow.
Parents should still expect some delays as buses run additional trips. Transportation updates are being sent directly to the families. If a route cannot be covered, those absences or tardies will be excused. The school board has called a special meeting Tuesday at 5:30 to address this issue.
Yeah, this issue impacts at least 40 routes. The nor'easter continues to dump 1 to 2 feet of snow across major northeast cities, creating whiteout conditions, dangerous travel. Officials say flight operations may not resume normally until midweek. Here in Nashville, the first official meeting of the Winter Storm Response Commission underway today as leaders scrutinize the city's performance during January's historic ice storm, mainly scrutinizing the performance of Nashville Electric Service in the aftermath of that storm. A full report with recommendations for Mayor Freddie O'Connell expected in August. Department of Homeland Security says the ongoing funding lapse, which began about a week and a half ago, is now taking its toll. The two parties in Congress remain apart on whether to implement reforms at ICE and the Border Patrol. ABC News national correspondent Stephen Portnoy has the latest.
Homeland Security says until Congress restores its funding, FEMA will scale back to bare minimum life-saving operations only. Public assistance on past or ongoing disasters won't move forward, and long-term recovery efforts are being paused. In a break from protocol in past shutdowns, Customs and Border Protection is halting its global entry program, the fast track for returning Americans, for which they pay a fee. And after initially saying it would happen, DHS now warns it may shut down TSA pre-check lanes, depending on staffing.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Like the 30s and 20s. We're back near 60 on Wednesday, low 60s on Thursday, but it does come with a soaking rainfall Thursday afternoon.
Beacon Capital Management wants to help you with all things when it comes to your retirement. And the beauty of it is, it's not going to cost you anything to sit down and talk with them. They will give you free, personalized financial consultation. This includes everything from the One Big Beautiful Bill, has lots of tax opportunities for you in there. But you got to know how to take them because A, they're going to expire after a while, and B, a lot of them come with certain caveats like, the deduction on car loan interest, certain things like it has to be assembled here in the United States. So, but you can get up to $10,000 with that. There's a lot of good things in here that you can take advantage of. On top of that, they want to talk to you about, yes, dollars and cents of your retirement and things like, and this is super important, things like long-term care, in your retirement, health care, which is a big deal as well, estate planning and everything else. So why don't you call them today, get a free personalized financial consultation for our friends at Beacon Capital Management, 615-488-9303, 615-488-9303. Check them out online at beaconcm.com. That's beaconcm.com. For Beacon Capital Management, this is a paid placement. This portion of the program brought to you by NCA, National Certified Alarms, no long-term contracts, license number 645. The other big story in the world, guys, obviously Iran. It's a big story. We'll talk about that a little bit next hour.
Did you see they're reporting that Vaughn almost lost her leg?
Yes. So Lindsey Vaughn almost lost her leg. The doctor did everything he could to save it. And, that's crazy.
That must have been a really terrible accident then.
Well, you got to think about the speed that you're going at, right? And it was insane. But it sometimes you just get hit right, the wrong place, right place, whatever you want to call it, and it goes sideways. And that's what happened there. And then what happened is once they got her there, it became infected. And then they thought, we may have to, if sepsis takes off, then the next thing you know, you're worried about life.
Yeah, you amputate to save
life. Yeah, and she was able to survive. Thank God for that. And she was also able to save her leg. But and a lot of people are mad at her. I can't believe that she raced. You know what? She made the team fair and square. She tore her knee. It was the last time she was going to perform, so she thought, I'm going to go for it. I had zero problems with it.
That's what happened to Rick Allen. Is when he got his arm torn off, they reattached it, but he got it got a severe infection, and they had to take it back off again.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize. I didn't know they had even tried to reattach it.
It was fully reattached, and he got an infection.
That's the guy from Def Leppard.
Yeah,
who would not be closing my concert series. That's what I'm saying. So not be closing. That was me, guys. I'm trying to fill out all this stuff. Got all these crap that we got to fill out every day here. My God. There's a big story in Japan. If you guys don't know the story of Japan, what is going on currently is there is a monkey named Punch. It's not very nice that people are mean to him, especially the other freaking monkeys.
Punch, the bullied baby monkey, has now gone so viral that IKEA has sold out of his comfort toy. Crypto coins are being created. The zoo is being overwhelmed and had to turn people away. And we even got people planning out rescue missions to try and save him. Now, Punch is a baby macaque who was abandoned by his mother not long after birth. And ever since, he's had trouble fitting in and making friends with the other monkeys at his zoo in Japan. In fact, humans have become his companions, with zookeepers hand-raising him and even giving him a stuffed orangutan toy from IKEA, which over time would almost never leave his side.
So his family, for whatever reason, mom's like, get out of here. I don't like you.
And he's going to show those other monkeys. He's going to end up being a social media influencer and getting rich.
And Punch is getting rich, by the way. But Punch is not getting a thing. IKEA is. So Punch, like, if you guys have not seen Punch, it's all over everywhere. You just type in the word Punch, and what pops up says monkey in Japan and it's sad to watch because it's just a little monkey. It's just a little guy, as Ken would say, just a little guy. And he goes over and he tries to play with the other monkeys, and they beat him, they hit him, they chase him, and he's got this just little, other monkey carries around.
Stuffed orangutan.
Punch essentially treated it like the mother he never had. He would sleep with it, carry it around, and instinctively run back to it every time he was being scolded by other monkeys. When he would eventually feel safe again, he would leave his toy and return to his peers. Now, videos of this quickly started going viral online and broke people's hearts. IKEA told the Washington Post that Punch's comfort toy has now sold out in multiple different countries, and they're asking for people's patience while they try and get it back into stock. In the meantime, though, people are reselling them on eBay for 300 to 400% of its original price. A Punch meme coin is being created and surged 80,000% since launch, and it's even hit a market cap of $30 million. Ichikawa City Zoo has had to place a red important notice banner on their website, warning people of enormous overcrowding and long lines, and they even had to turn people away despite them waiting in line for hours.
I saw a report that they normally get 2,500 people a day.
Yeah.
And they were getting between 5,000 and 10,000 a day.
Yeah. And they're only there to see Punch the monkey. And the only friend he has, he's got some other friends now that he seems to be hanging out with, but his number one friend besides his little doll is there's a keeper that comes out, and that keeper, he hangs on that keeper's leg the minute he walks through the door. The minute he does.
Even PETA has got involved, starting beef on Twitter. They said that people shouldn't be angry at other monkeys who were scolding Punch. Rather, their anger should be directed at Ichikawa City Zoo for locking Punch in a bare concrete cage and making money off his misery.
Oh, that's sad. They're not making money off of his misery. Maybe a little bit.
We should invite somebody from PETA in town to go State of the Union with us.
That's right. Oh, that'd be funny. Now, on all of my For You, because my wife's like, I don't want to see how sad Punch is. I'm like, no, you got to check it out. He's got a little friend now. It is. And it's sad, too, because he's out there and all these monkeys will chase him around and he'll try to play with them and then they beat him up and he runs back to his little animal. But people have been, comedians especially, have been taking to the airwaves of their social, having fun.
So there's this monkey. He has a stuffed animal that he carries around and he thinks it's his mom. His name is Punch. Someone's got to do something, man. I don't know why we have a 24-hour feed into the zoo. It feels like an experiment to see how sad I'll get. The other monkeys won't accept him. It is their own. Today, an older monkey beat him up. He beat him up, he drags him around. I don't know why they're letting this happen. Hello, 911. You gotta go to Japan. His name is Punch. And he keeps going back to the stuffed animal for comfort. Because he thinks it's his mom. Someone's gotta do something. Hello, is this the FBI? Someone's gotta do something.
Don't call the FBI. Unless, of course, you want to be famous, because then...
You know what this is?
What?
It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer
It's what it
all
is.
over again.
It is.
Was that real?
Yeah, no, she was joking. She's a comic.
Oh,
but I
okay.
have this one guy I forgot to get. He has a plan that is so amazing about how he is going to train for a week. He's going to have a suit specially made. He's going to get a ticket and fly over there. He's then going to infiltrate all of the other monkeys. But because he has seen all of the Planet of the Apes, they will recognize his hierarchy in speaking English, and then he will save Punch the monkey.
Little Punch the monkey.
Punch. It is. Look, it's a tough little watch.
Little fella.
When he gets beat up, it is.
Well, that's
nature, baby.
That's nature, man.
Nature sucks.
Yeah.
Nature will kick you in the balls and not think twice. Look at what's going on in New York City right now. They didn't even give him a cup check. Like, that's how bad it is in New York City. And you know what? It's nature will do weird things. Have you seen the suicidal, penguins?
No, what's happening to the little penguins?
No,
they're just jumping right into orcas' mouths.
No, they just turn around and one of them will just walk off into an area and just keep walking to a place where there's no food, there's no water, there's nothing. They just walk off and disappear. And they'll go and they'll try to save the penguin, like even people who work, and they'll try to take the penguin back to all of the other penguins, and it turns around and heads back out. And just never to be seen again.
Goodness.
Yeah. It's nature. Nature's brutal. Now,
That's just
why,
what they do.
And why mom did what she did, I don't know. But nature does what it does. And it's horrible. And, so Punch is struggling. He's got a little friend now, which is good. And that's nice. But, yeah, there's no doubt he lost his family. They want nothing to do with him. Like, dude, you suck. But the first thing I thought of when I saw this, I'm like, oh, it is. This is all. Here's the difference, though, with Rudolph. Rudolph's family didn't hate him.
Didn't have any family. He was an orphan.
He was not an orphan.
No, he had parents.
He had parents.
His parents left him.
I think you're making stuff up now. I don't think you've actually ever seen Rudolph.
I think Donner was his dad.
Yeah, and but his mom and dad were embarrassed for him.
They should have kicked Santa Claus's ass.
They should have. Here's my thing. Rudolph does his thing once. What happens to that? After that?
He retires with a pension.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's next year, everything's fine. We don't need Rudolph. You ever thought of that?
What do you think about that?
Yeah. Next year, everything's cool, right? We don't need Rudolph.
So he's back to day drinking.
He's back. He's chasing the dragon. What happened to Rudolph? Oh, you don't want to know about Rudolph. First of all, he got a big head. Then he started doing coke.
With that red nose.
With that red nose. That's right. That's why his nose is so red, and that's why he can fly so high and so fast. I don't think that's right. You don't know. You don't know Rudolph. Neither does Belle. Belle's like,
You don't know that.
He's an orphan.
You don't know that.
I don't really think he was an orphan.
He and I might be tight.
So you guys might be. So Punch, though, has made a little friend and is now famous. I like how they have a meme coin that already has a value of $30 million because people are stupid.
Wow.
And they also, IKEA sold out of every one of those little orangutans that he carries around. And they're telling people, look, calm down. We're going to get we'll get one to you guys as fast as possible.
Hopefully they don't put him in a pen with an orangutan.
No.
Because it'll kill him.
Yeah, those are the worst.
They say that the orangutan is stronger than any other primate.
Yeah, like pound for pound. Like a gorilla is stronger, but it's way bigger. If the orangutan was the same size,
yes,
it'd crush a gorilla. It would crush a gorilla. Like that's how strong. Plus, it's smarter.
Yes.
So Bambi, Rudolph, what the hell, right? What's the difference, right, Belle?
Bambi, Rudolph.
One of those movies are out now. Bambi's Revenge. Have you seen that?
Yeah, the satire ones.
Yeah, one of those, like the people that's like, oh, look, they, what is it? The copyright expires, and then people go and do them, and they've got Bambi's Revenge, and Bambi's all rabid and stuff.
Winnie the Pooh's running around with a chainsaw.
Winnie the Pooh does. Just cutting people up. That one's creepy.
Dancing with somebody else's face on.
Yeah, have you seen it?
Turns Piglet into little.
The movie, the Winnie the Pooh Revenge movie. Christopher Robbins leaves as a kid, and then he takes his soon-to-be fiance back to the 100-acre woods, only to find out that once they were abandoned, they just turned into feral, insane, homicidal killers.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So. The monkey story just confirmed 80% of the population are morons. Oh, that's
pretty much.
That's not very nice.
A little low on that number.
I was getting ready to say.
Yeah, I don't know. I would assume that. Well,
it does confirm, but I don't know if we needed it to confirm that.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think we could kind of go, you know what? There's a possibility. Anybody who bought a meme coin, you're an idiot. Right? Any meme coin out there. Go out and buy those things. What a fool. It's got a $30 million cap right now, market cap.
For a monkey.
For a monkey. Belle, you're thinking of Bambi. I know. He doesn't know.
I never think of Bambi.
Yeah.
I was glad when her mother got killed.
Dang. I'd do it again, too, if I had a chance.
If it had been me, there would have been nothing left of that carcass.
Oh, God. I'd ate it right in front of Bambi.
Dang, Brother Bilal, he would have had some extra crackers for that deer chili.
Oh, yeah.
I would have looked right at Bambi and went, what do you think of them apples?
Yeah. Yeah, take that back and tell the rest of your friends who's in town now. Look at Belle's the worst. Bunch of kids listening. Mommy! Why? Because they can't get on the bus. Why? Because the bus, they don't have any insurance. No insurance. The hell's wrong with you people? We have ruined many kids' lives today. Hope you guys are happy. Wait till Belle. Tune in later and Belle will tell you what he did to the Easter Bunny.
Oh, my gosh. What do you think of those apples, Bambi?
Oh, my. Those apples. That is funny. You know what I would have done to that? I'd have chopped it up right in front of her. I'd have wore her mom. I'd have wore Bambi's mom as a giant, huge, on top of my head, just wore her skin, just cheered, rah, like he was a Viking.
I'd have put her over my mantle.
Right next to my mandel. You guys are the worst. All right, coming up, more fun. More frivolity. That's what we do here. Got a lot more. Next hour, we're going to talk a little bit more about Iran. What could happen, what we hope doesn't happen, and how bad it could actually get, among other things. Chad Ben Show, Super Talk 99.7. All right, guys, let's talk about Relief Factor, which is incredible. I take it every single day. It helps me out. I'm working out a lot more than I have been in a long time and getting ready for some big events coming up. And you know what? I feel amazing thanks to Relief Factor. I'm able to lift more. I'm able to run more. I'm able to do more things because each and every day I'm taking my Relief Factor, which is natural, right? It's 100%. It's natural. It's got omega-3s. It's got all this stuff for resveratrol. It's incredible. And it focuses on the pathways, getting you to feeling better on a daily basis. Sometimes we just get older. Life can be a little bit sore, as you know that. And sometimes just the day-to-day life, even exerting yourself a little bit more, your back hurts, your muscles hurt. This is going to help you with that tremendously. I want you to do this. Try a Jumpstart, 3-week Jumpstart from Relief Factor. You're going to feel the difference. You can take it every single day. It's non-addictive. Go to relieffactor.com. That is relieffactor.com. Or call 800-4RELIEF. 800, the number 4RELIEF for Relief Factor. Make sure you tell them Chad sent you.
Families in the Rutherford County School District need to be prepared for another way to get kids to school tomorrow, at least those impacted by the bus shortage. 50 million people under blizzard warnings, and Mayor Mamdani in New York City is offering $30 an hour for people to help shovel off the sidewalks. That's coming up at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Better bring all your IDs. Because then you have to have like 12 IDs.
In order to
unless you're voting.
land one of those jobs.
Yeah. Did you see what they call this the heart attacks now?
Yes.
Because it's wetter, more dense, so it's heavier to scoop and heavier to move. So they call this the heart attacks now.
Yep.
So if you were thinking about going up there making $30 an hour, which is basically minimum wage in New
I was
York.
getting ready to say about 50 cents an hour.
So in New York, after taxes. Be prepared for that, kids. Be prepared for that. So, by the way, Belle, a lot of people were upset about your lack of knowledge for Bambi.
They'll live, unlike her mother.
It's not a her. Bambi's a boy.
Are you serious? It's a little fruity.
I didn't name it, right? Okay, I didn't name it.
Oh.
I didn't name Bambi. So, Bambi was a boy, Belle. Fell in love with a doe, referred to the young prince, grew up to be king of the forest. Come on, man. Details matter.
Should have ate the damn
0803.
fawn, too.
You know what? You keep bitching about Bambi like that, we'll shoot Bambi, too.
Exactly.
Dang, maybe Thumper.
What's Thumper?
He's going down anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little rabbit stew.
That's right. Thumper, Eeyore, all of them. Although they were really bad in that whole movie. Tell you what, it was basically, if you've ever seen the whole thing with the revenge and all the stuff that's the horror. They've got Steamboat Willie, they got Popeye's Revenge. Good. And then they've got, of course, Winnie the Pooh. The Winnie the Pooh, though, it's basically a camp version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Dang, Winnie the Pooh dancing around with a chainsaw over his head.
Just killing people in the most heinous way. All because Christopher Robins abandons him. Okay? God. All because of that. Best short film, Bambi versus Godzilla.
Dang, Winnie the Pooh uses Piglet's face.
No, it's
terrible.
Like Pooh's
terrible.
Awful. Like it's so, and the guy made it for like $100,000 and it made like $12 million. Why? Because we're deranged. We're sick and twisted, and we're like, you know what? I'd probably see that.
Man.
I'd probably see that. Absolutely.
So he made $11,900,000.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Man.
Oh, here's my favorite one. 8388. I thought this was conservative talk radio. I've heard nothing in the last hour about news. Yeah, we talked about the most important stuff. We talked hockey. Okay. We talked about Punch. That's a big deal.
We talked about Cash.
Yeah, we talked about Cash Patel. We talked about a lot of different stuff here.
Talked about Bambi's mama.
Yeah, we found out that Bambi was a boy.
Talked about the Metro bus shortage.
Yeah, see? We talked about a lot of stuff. All right? It's not always about, let's just talk about the same stuff over. And how many times over here you talk about it? By the way, I forgot the movie's called Blood and Honey.
Blood and Honey.
Oh, Pooh. Oh, coming up hour. We're going to talk some serious stuff. We'll talk a little Iran. Will they Iran or will they won't Iran? See what I did there? Oh, lordy. Chet Bez Show, Super Talk 99.7.
Two o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Drivers, we got some stuff in the way. Crash 40 westbound at Hermitage Avenue. Another one 65 southbound right there at the northern split. Got the full forecast in 5 minutes. Families in the Rutherford County School District need to be prepared for another way to get kids to school tomorrow. If you're impacted by the bus contractor losing insurance, that's about 40 routes. Here's Channel 4's Joylyn Bukovac.
Rutherford County Schools has contracts with independent bus owners drivers instead of owning the buses directly. Officials say this issue potentially impacts between 5,000 and 6,000 students, roughly a fifth of the district's bus riders.
We know this is an incredible inconvenience. That's why we've worked so hard this weekend to try to resolve as much of it as possible. But we're going to keep parents posted as we move forward because there will continue to be some adjustments and changes as we cover those routes.
The district says while most students were picked up this morning, some buses are running double routes, which caused delays and could continue to cause delays through Tuesday.
Families on impacted routes will see absences and tardies excused. Roughly 50 million people from Virginia to Massachusetts dealing with blizzard conditions today. Many areas forecast to see more than 2 feet of snow. In New York City, the mayor there, Zohran Memdani, says crews have been hard at work plowing, but it's also recruiting the help of New Yorkers who are able to help shovel and clear snow and want to make a little extra money.
Due to the historic nature of this blizzard, we've increased pay to $30 per hour. You can walk into any DSNY garage until 8 p.m. this evening and then starting again at 9 a.m. tomorrow. All you need to bring is 2 forms of ID to ensure you get paid.
Thousands of customers also without power. We're talking as many as 500,000 at one point in these 7 states impacted. Winds with the snow reaching 60 miles per hour. Here in Nashville leaders convening their new Winter Storm Response Commission today, aiming to uncover where the city's storm response fell short last month. Mayor Freddie O'Connell tasking the commission with providing him a full list of recommendations by August. And maybe you've noticed kids today aren't so eager to drive. ABC's Wayne Cabot reports it's a thing.
The number of driver's licenses issued to those 18 and under has been dropping since 2000 as Gen Z delays adulthood. And that's not a bad thing, says Dr. Jeffrey Jensen Arnett, professor of psychology at Clark University in Massachusetts.
Later driving also means fewer accidents and fatalities in your teens. Later first sexual relationships means fewer STIs and lower teenage pregnancy.
He says 30 is the new 20. Wayne Cabot, ABC News.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Happy Big Medals Monday. We got the gold. We beat Canada. So there you go, Canada. What do you think of that? Trump should have been there, right, with their prime minister, and they could have bet on tariffs. And the winning team gets tariffs for the next year the way they want them. That would have been nice. That would have been nice. This portion of the program is brought to you by NCA National Certified Alarms. No long-term contracts. License number 645. A lot of stuff to squeeze into this hour. And we're going to try to get as much in as possible. The U.S. won yesterday. It was awesome. If you didn't see it, we won. Kicked some ass. And by that, I mean our goalie was amazing. And the rest of our team played as good as you possibly could against the best team on the planet. And that was Canada. Canada was the best team on the planet. And the way they played was amazing. But we had a goalie that just happened to be in one of those things. As the kids would say, that would be their zone.
Now Jack Hughes puts it around McCarr. United States with numbers. Back across it comes. Jack Hughes wins it. The golden goal for the United States. For the first time since the 1980 miracle, the United States takes the gold. Jack Hughes beating Jordan Bennington. The United States wins the gold medal here in Milan. 1 minute, 41 seconds into overtime.
3-on-3 hockey is awesome. It's so exciting. And a lot of people are like, it shouldn't be 3-on-3 in this.
Is it the coach's choice who the three are?
Well, you're going to have, okay, so 3-on-3, you're going to have your best skaters always out there. The guys who are the fastest, the best, because it's wide open. And you're dealing with, you're going to have guys that are good at D, but you got to have your fastest skaters out there. And so they had Celebrini and they had Connor McDavid. And Celebrini and McDavid they're just otherworldly. But our guys are fast too. But it's also, you got to take a chance and you got to you cherry pick. And that's what our guy, if our guy doesn't get to that puck and bounce it to himself, it's 2-on-none going back the other way. Because, all three of our guys they were just going for it. I mean, and...
So when you say 3-on-3, it's the goalie and two other guys?
Well, it's three guys and the goalie.
Okay.
So it's 4-on-4, but it's three skaters. And it's back and forth. It's insane. It's fun to watch. Is it the best way to decide something? And we can argue that, but, it was just awesome. The whole thing was, and we got our medal. Our guys partied. God bless him for that. And of course, there's always going to be controversy, not just besides the cringe fact of Cash being there. A little cringy. Sorry, but I'm going to say it. I don't care. It's very cringy. The other side of that is the watching people try to make, okay, how is this team so awesome? They won. They're super American compared to some of our skaters. And by the way, you saw our young skater. Bell's texts me, goes, dude, I finally got to see that Alicia Liu's skate. She was awesome, right?
It was almost like poetry in motion.
Yeah.
It was just unbelievable.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was incredible. So it was the best Winter Games we've ever had. We had 12 golds. I think we finished second in total medals.
Yeah, we did. Norway was first.
And Norway,
by the way, 41 and we had 33.
Norway had 18 gold medals, 6 of them by one guy.
Wow.
6 by one dude.
It's almost like Bruce Jenner or Mark Spitz.
It was like it's almost like Phelps. Does Phelps have 50 medals?
No, what he had, how many did he actually have?
Phelps? I think Phelps had
12, maybe.
Well, and then one. So Michael Phelps, that's a good question right there. In one Olympics, I think he's got 28.
Good Lord.
23 gold medals.
Is that across his whole Olympic career?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So 23 gold medals is just insane. He's got the record for, let's see here. Okay, the Summer Olympics is it Beijing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gold medals. 23 gold medals. That's insane.
I read an article about him, and when he's training, there would be days when he would eat 3 large pizzas, which amounts to about 20,000 calories.
Yeah.
And he would lose weight because he was training so hard.
Yeah. When you get to a certain level and you're running every day and you're doing something where your body's just and you're at, first of all, you're at a younger age, right? So already, and your
metabolism's higher.
Your metabolism's through the roof, and you're working out several hours a day. You could eat it. When I was younger, man, I could eat anything I want. Anything all day long. Didn't matter. Because I was going to work out all day. And he'd get there. There was a time, too, I think, where they talked about he trained like 12 years in a row, pretty much every day. Just swimming. And they get there, and he'll swim thousands of laps. Us? Nah, not so much. I don't know if you're aware of this. We're not that kind of people. We're not. We're not that kind of people.
I swim more like a turtle.
Well, you better watch out for you.
Shoot yourself.
Yeah.
No, I leave everybody's fish alone.
Because that's how you roll.
Hey, you've already admitted shooting turtles.
Yes, he does, kids. Like, you'd probably shoot Bambi, the turtle.
He leaves my fish alone.
Damn, Skippy, you better leave your fish alone. It is, I'm just telling you guys, just watching that yesterday, though, was so awesome because the whole world was watching. Got up extra early. I had my buddies. We were all Zooming together, watching it. And yes, we do know that Phelps smoked a little bit of the weed.
Did he?
Well, that's why he's disappeared, because he's a heroin junkie because of the gateway drug.
Take back the medals.
God, he did. Remember that when they're talking about, like, don't let him hit your bong with those lungs, and everything's gone.
He'll go through an eighth in one
right
puff.
there. So, but he was, training that much. I mean, he probably burned 10,000 calories a day. Yeah, it's insane. Eating 4 pizzas like a lineman would do in football to try to put on weight.
4 pizzas.
So, had to be. So, I'm just trying to figure, I wonder what Michael Phelps' food day was at his height of his training. Because I think it's good. 8 to 10,000 calories a day.
Man.
So, he consumed that to fuel 6 hours of high intensity. So breakfast, 3 fried egg sandwiches, cheese, tomato, lettuce, fried onions, mayonnaise, baby, 5 egg omelet, 1 bowl of grits, 3 slices of French toast, 3 chocolate chip pancakes, and 2 cups of coffee. Lunch, light lunch, 1 pound of pasta, 2 large ham and cheese sandwiches with mayo and energy drinks. Dinner, 1 pound of pasta, carbonara, a whole large pizza, and more energy drinks.
Man, I wish I had that kind of
But are you swimming for 6 hours?
No.
No, I could jacuzzi for 6 hours.
Yeah, I could do that too.
That's good. Would you have a drink? It was nice.
What'd you eat for lunch? Everything.
Everything. I got fat, though. I didn't lose any weight. Oh, goodness me. But think about that. When you're training like that, that's incredible.
Yeah, swimming takes it a lot out of you.
My brother, who played minor league hockey, he was drafted, but he now coaches for the Ducks. And his big issue is he couldn't put weight on, no matter what he could do. So he's like 6'3" and maybe 160 pounds sopping wet. And that was his problem in hockey. And the doctor's like, doesn't matter what he eats. And he would eat like Phelps, and he would just lose the weight because he's on the ice 6 hours a day. And I'm like, I used to tell him too. My mom would look at me, I'm like, have you tried steroids? I heard they work. I don't think they would have worked for him, though. I just don't. It's cold outside. Ken and I like to do this when it is cold, and this may be the last one. Maybe not, but let's.
When the weather weathers, we weather the storm, bringing you fast and accurate Chap-Ass reports with the weather wizard, Ken Weaver. Now it's time for the Chap-Ass report.
Tell us about the Chappin' Ken.
Chap-Ass report.
Whole bunch of chapped asses out there in Middle Tennessee right now, boys.
Let's talk about it.
32 degrees.
Oh, God.
Cold sunshine's what we call it. 32 degrees. We may see a high of 36 today if we're lucky. But looks like we're going to get down to 20 degrees for the low tonight. So tomorrow, though, 51 for the high tomorrow. We don't get below freezing again the rest of the week. We have some showers we got to deal with, maybe 1.5 inches of rain Wednesday night, Thursday night. But then Friday, sunny and 61 for the high. Saturday, sunny and 69 for the high.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh,
so
yeah.
Just got to get through tonight.
Through tonight, we have a couple days. We've got some showers. It's going to be some rain. But it's not going to be New York City where everything is closed. It's not going to be like Massachusetts. Every place in the Northeast is just shut down.
Yeah.
Shut down.
Nothing's happening over there.
No. And that includes if you've got a flight that you think, well, our connector's coming. No, it's not. Not from there, it isn't. I mean, they're shut down. Logan Airport shut down.
It's a bomb cyclone.
Yeah. And you don't want to be bomb cycloned. We know that. So it is nasty out there up north. We're doing okay. We're sunny but cool.
We're doing all right. Even when it rains, like you said, we're not going to have any issue. In fact, we need the rains.
Yeah, we
still
do.
a lot of parts of Tennessee in a drought.
That's crazy that we're in a drought. But we didn't get a lot of rain so far this year. And late last year, we didn't get a lot of rain either.
Apparently not.
I thought, well, the last spring we got some rain because we seem to be in here almost every 2 days. Right?
Yeah, you guys were doing 24-hour tornado coverage.
But the rain, we were always waiting for the rain to come with it. We got a lot more wind and lightning than we did rain. I guess, yeah. But I know we're in a drought. So that ain't good. That ain't good at all, kids. So we're going to see what happens in the coming days. But we've got a little bit of rain coming. Nothing too crazy. Okay? Nothing too crazy.
I'm looking forward to this weekend. That's going to be nice.
Yeah. That is going to be nice.
Run around without a shirt.
Oh, that's right. Really, sun's out, guns out.
Yeah.
Show everybody the guns, baby. What'd you bring to the gun show? These? I don't think that's real. Well, it's kind of funny. Craziness in Mexico. If you're thinking to yourself, I would love to get some avocados. May not be happening. And I'll tell you why. Because of the shootings.
Members of this organization, of the Jalisco cartel, has a presence all across Mexico, not just in Jalisco, but in the border, in Tijuana and Reynosa, which is right south of McAllen, Texas. There have even been warnings in Quintana Roo, which is where Cancun is, and a big tourist spot.
So the shootout that took place yesterday killed the leader of the Jalisco New Generation. So the New Generation is uber violent. They're the youngest of the groups out there, but since El Chapo went away, the Sinaloa's kind of fallen apart somewhat. I mean, they're still big, but they're not what they once were. And now you've got these guys, and these guys are all over the place. They don't just stick to what would be their state. That you see a lot of, the Sinaloa, they're all over. They were in Guadalajara. They were, and which is a big deal because that's where the World Cup is going to have several games, including Mexico playing there. And they're worried about that. All of the American airlines in and out have been shut down right now at the airport. So this is crazy. But we, along with their Mexican, army, their military, took out him and I think 4 others. But it doesn't mean they're going anywhere. They do $20 billion a year. So it's just on to the next when it comes to this. But it was just crazy to see the shootout. And it reminded me of, and I don't know if you guys ever remember. Do you guys remember, you saw the movie Heat, obviously. Great movie.
Yeah, it was years ago. It had Henry Rollins in it.
Yeah. And De Niro and a few other people. Val Kilmer and whatnot.
Who?
Val Kilmer? Never. Just Rollins. But do you guys remember the North Hollywood shootout, the bank shootout? I'm surprised, Ken, you should remember that.
Nope.
So the North Hollywood shootout, 1997, it was 2 guys who robbed the Bank of America. And they come out, they're top to bottom they're armored up. And they have AK-47s. They have everything you could think of. And they just start looking at the cops and blasting away. And they're shooting at the helicopters. The whole thing, it goes on for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. They're just walking down the street in a gunfight that was insane. And finally, they ended up killing one of them. The other one committed suicide after he'd ran out of pretty much everything he had. But it was such a desperate plea that the cops were telling the other cops, go to any of the stores around here that have guns and just get whatever you can because they're well armed. We don't have anything for this. And it reminded me of that yesterday. It was a shootout in the middle of a neighborhood at a Costco, among other things. Crazy. So we'll see what happens. But over the next couple of days, I have a feeling there's going to be some more issues with Jalisco. They will not go down without a fight. And like I said, we have Northcom now that participated in this. We gave them intelligence for this. So let's see what happens. All right, coming up, A lot of stuff still to get to. We're going to talk more about the BAFTAs. We're also going to talk about Iran, what is going to happen there potentially tomorrow night, obviously with the big deal with the State of the Union. And, Trump, as I'm sure, is going to talk about a lot of different things. But the Iran thing is going to be interesting. Will he or won't he in the next couple days? Will he do it tonight? Will he do it tomorrow? We'll find out. Chad Bench Show, Super Talk 99.7. Bulwark Capital wants to give you a free Know Your Risk portfolio review. It's not going to cost you anything at all. So what they do at Bulwark is they're all about managing risk. How can they manage risk when it comes to your investments, your 401k, your retirement, give you the most upside potential through the way that they do things, which is their fundamentals about value investing. And on a global look, it is incredible what they do. They're up about, from January of last year to this year, about 52%. So they're doing pretty good. All right. And they would love to talk to you about what they can do for you and give you that second set of eyes on your portfolio. It's absolutely free. It's called a Know Your Risk Portfolio Review. You can sign up at knowyourriskpodcast.com. That's KNOW, yourriskpodcast.com, and sign up today for the free Know Your Risk Portfolio Review. Doesn't cost you anything. Takes just about 30 minutes or so. They'll give you their absolute, here, this is what we think's going on. Could be great. Could be like, hey, you can improve on this. Could be, they just tell you, hey, let's part as friends. This guy or gal you're working with is doing an amazing job. Check them out, knowyourriskpodcast.com. For Bulwark Capital Management, investment advisory service offered through Check Financial LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Investment involved risk, not a guaranteed past performance, not guaranteed future results. Check 2647.
Thousands of parents in Middle Tennessee still need to have a plan B when it comes to getting their kids to school tomorrow. We'll tell you about it at 2:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Unicycles. You
think the clowns will give them up?
Maybe. If you guys haven't heard, there's been an issue with the buses. They have no insurance.
40 of them.
How embarrassing is that? What is wrong with you people? Did nobody look in the mail? Go, hey, guys, we got a mail here. It's got one of those big red things on it that says final notice, like from television. What should we do? I don't know. Maybe pay the bill. Pay the bill.
And of course, the city's not going to think twice about just rehiring these guys who let their insurance lapse. They'll just go, okay, you're all set again. It's like, maybe we could get some competent people.
Yeah. How hard can it be? You figure, like, if I'm running that, we're going to have one person that pays attention to all this stuff. The fuel charges, the maintenance, the bill for insurance, so kids can get back and forth.
Yeah, but you got to pay people to do that, and the CEO won't make as much.
No, that's true. You know what? You're right about that. We want to make sure they make a lot because that matters. Because at one time, they never had that job. How many buses is it? 40-some?
Yeah, affected 40 buses. Yeah, so Rutherford County, they don't own the buses. They have to hire outside contractors, and this one particular contractor apparently let its insurance lapse, and so 40 buses have to be parked.
My God. Look, I'm not saying there's a business idea here, but I think if we put our heads together, we could come up with a business idea. How to get like a kid's version of Uber. Like, that'd be nice. Right? We'd help the kids out, get them to school. Be great. As opposed to these, and you were telling me earlier, Ken, I didn't realize how packed those buses are.
Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely. My son said on a daily basis there were 3 to a seat, and if there were still people standing, you had to scrunch up as much as you could to, sometimes you had to sit on somebody's lap.
Man, that is
not fun.
No, it's not. Well, first of all, sitting on somebody's lap in the era of Me Too is probably not good.
No.
But because I didn't take a bus to school, though somebody joked earlier, you must have a chauffeur. I'm like, I wish. Yeah, my chauffeur were me. I had my feet Raris, as I called him. It's my mom. Hey, Mom, I'm going to be late for school. She's like, sucks for you, right? So you better start pedaling your ass. But like you said, because we were asking you earlier about how long it also takes to drop your kids off.
Yeah, that was a 3-hour ordeal every afternoon before my daughter got her driver's license. And then my son was still in elementary school.
What was worse? Which was a high school or junior high or elementary school for picking up your kids?
Both.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, parents started lining up. Let's see. The elementary schools got out later than my daughter's high school did. Like, I would show up an hour before the final bell where my daughter went to high school.
Gosh. And you weren't the first in line.
I'm sorry. My son's school would get out before the high school. So I would show up at least an hour before his bell, get him, then get over to the high school where there was another 45-minute wait.
Wow.
And then getting out of there, waiting for all the people in front of you.
And you probably weren't the first one there either.
No.
Because there are people parked there at 12:45.
Oh, yeah.
That's just crazy. I mean, I can't even, because And
the buses are still crowded.
Yeah, that's what's nuts. The buses are still crowded, and people are waiting hours to get their kid. You better like your kid. Better like your kid. It's a long time. You better do damn good in school because I ain't doing this anymore.
It actually worked out okay with my son because I could work with him on his times tables and, things like that, help him with his homework in the car as long as his homework wasn't math.
Yeah.
Because when it came to math, I was just, talk to your teacher, son.
So, yeah, there is an Uber option for kids, but we got to do it in a bigger way. Here's somebody. I used to be a general manager of a school bus company. You know exactly when your insurance is getting ready to lapse. You carry a card in your bus. Part of the pre-trip is to check your insurance every day. Well, they did, and somebody said, we don't have any.
Yeah, it happened. Rutherford County says they got word of it Friday evening.
When somebody thought, hey, guys, it says we're going to be done for on Monday, so we'll let you guys know that. Somebody says you're all talking car lines. I'm in one now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, many of you.
They're building right now. I guarantee it.
Ooh, lordy, lordy. All right, coming up, we're going to talk Iran. Let's get serious about stuff. How bad could it be? What are we going to do? Should we do anything? Oh, my Lord. We shall discuss that straight ahead. Chad Bench, Super Talk 99.7.
Drivers, we got crashes in the way. Bellshire, Dickerson Pike near Briley Parkway, Madison, Gallatin Pike South near Due West Avenue, and then 40 westbound at Hermitage. Full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. Parents need to have a plan B to get their kids to school tomorrow in the Rutherford County School District. Officials say a contractor for about 40 buses lost its insurance, so those buses are parked. Here's Channel 4's Joylyn Bukovac.
District leaders say they found out late Friday that one of their contractors no longer had insurance, and those buses had to stop running immediately. The district says about 5,000 to 6,000 students could be impacted, but most routes were covered Monday morning after other contractors stepped in.
There were, of course, delays this morning because it involves running multiple runs using the same bus, but we were able to cover a vast majority of those who were affected by those 40 buses. So that's going to be in effect till at least through tomorrow.
Parents should still expect some delays as buses run additional trips. Transportation updates are being sent directly to the families. If a route cannot be covered, those absences or tardies will be excused.
Fellow Republicans pressuring a GOP congressman from Texas to step aside amid questions about whether he engaged in an extramarital affair with a staffer who killed herself last year.
The scrutiny focuses on the relationship Congressman Tony Gonzalez allegedly had with an aide who the county medical examiner said died by suicide last September. The Texas Republican fiercely denies he engaged in an extramarital affair with the late staffer. Colorado Republican Lauren Boebert is now calling on her GOP colleague to resign. Ahead of next week's contested primary in Texas's 23rd District, House Speaker Mike Johnson says he's spoken with Gonzalez and told him he has to address the matter with his constituents. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
The afternoon, 40s with increasing clouds, but the wind stays gusty. 20, 30 miles per hour makes it feel like the 30s and 20s. We're back near 60 on Wednesday, low 60s on Thursday, but it does come with a soaking rainfall Thursday afternoon.
All right, the winter storms have moved their way through, and our friends at Busy Bee want to make sure that you are taken care of. Frozen lines, busted pipes, you know what happens. They turn into nasty disasters for your home, and they're ready to help you over at Busy Bee right now. Your trusted team for emergencies, peace of mind protection. They've got all kinds of great things focusing on what potentially may be coming, even storm-wise, even when it comes to, even though it's warmer outside eventually in the rains. 40% off whole home surge protection with any electrical repair. Keep your home safe from sudden outages and volt spikes. And if cold temps have wrecked your pipes and there's a possibility, maybe you got just a couple little needle-like pricks in the water, you don't even know what's going on, they've got you covered at Busy Bee. Have them come over there, check everything out, and they give you $500 off select whole home water repipes so you can restore your plumbing before small leaks turn into costly floods. And if you got a clog, you can't clear it, they can, or you don't pay. It's $93 or free residential mainline clog special. So if they can't clear it, you do not pay a thing. This winter, stay safe, stay warm, stay prepared with Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Visit busybeehvac.com or call 615-775-7833. Busy Bee will take the sting out of winter problems. United Structural Systems, proud to be people that can help you every day. Just like they help the community, things like Habitat for Humanity. They've been there for so many people, and they love to give. In this time of year, we have seen some stuff, and there's a lot of people out there who are still trying to dig out of this, still trying to figure out what went wrong. They're worried about their foundation. They're worried about, are there leaks places they can't see? They're worried about wood rot and mold. United Structural Systems has you covered. Since 1994, United Structural Systems has helped thousands upon thousands upon thousands of customers restore their home and their foundation damage. Do not let that be you. Let them get out there and give you a free inspection. It's not going to cost you anything. They're going to sell you anything you don't need. That's not who they are. So if you or someone you know is dealing with foundation issues, especially after the chaos that we've went through, all right, give them a call today. Call United Structural Systems at 615-488-7855. 615-488-7855. Check them out online at ussTN.com. And again, gain peace of mind with United Structural System Foundation Repair and Waterproofing Services.
Yeah.
This portion of the program is brought to you by NCA National Certified Alarms and Long-Term Contracts, license number 645. I think we're down to, what, 4 or 5 tickets left? If you can buy some still, if you want to, for tomorrow night. It's the Steak of the Union. All right, Legend Steakhouse in Smyrna. Come break bread with us. Dine, hang out. We're all going to be there, except for Belle, because Belle's like, I don't want to be there. You know, I don't like anybody. I want to stay here. So Jackson, we sent Jack, really. Brother, you there?
He won't do anything.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything last time.
He didn't. He was Jackson at that, when we were at that T-line thing, it was a day off for him. He's playing games and running around. He didn't do anything. You would have had fun with us tomorrow.
He was bowling. He was doing curling.
All of the things, right? You know what he wasn't doing? Working. But we'll be working tomorrow night. Want you guys to come out.
That's by his own admission, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He thought it was a Friday, even though it was a Thursday. Trust me, Ken was there. He was a news guy. He could see it with his eyewitness knew.
I'm Ken Weaver.
So we're going to be out there tomorrow. Everybody's going to be there. Chris Hand, myself, Dan, Matt. Of course, we're joking about Jackson. Yes. Oh, Ken's going to be there as well. So get your butts out there tomorrow night. A few tickets available. And we may even have some for you to walk up and buy tomorrow. We'll let you guys know that sometime tomorrow, but only 5 left. So now is your time. Now that is the State of the Union, which would be the State of the Union. Here's the thing. Are we or aren't we going to get into a kerfuffle with Iran? Ooh.
Is that an Iranian word, kerfuffle?
It is.
It kind of sounds like
a falafel?
Falafel, yeah.
Now, do I think we are? I think at some point in time we're going to have to. I think Trump kind of painted himself into a corner with this. I don't want to. This is John Kirikow, one of the former CIA guy, who kind of knows what he's talking about what potentially could be happening and when that timeline may come to fruition. I think the State of the Union may push it, but you never know.
Going into Iran is entirely different than going into Venezuela.
92 million people. It's a gigantic country. It's bigger than Texas, and it has 92 million people. And I think that at the White House, they have just bitten right into this Israeli propaganda, the same kind of propaganda we got in 2003, that as soon as we cross that border, they're going to throw flowers at us, and they're going to greet us as liberators, and we're all going to live happily ever after, and everybody's going to get rich on the new oil deals. And that's just not going to happen.
No, I don't think it's going to happen either. I don't. And while there are people over there who are hoping we come in, the reality is we're coming in for Israel, right? And we're coming in not in a way where we're going to come in and this altruistic way that everybody thinks is going to happen. No, Israel wants us to go there. They want several things to happen, one of which is for it to become a nightmare, a hornet's nest. They want it to be Libya or Syria. They want it to break down and devolve into chaos. That's what they're hoping for. And yeah, let's not forget 2003, Bibi Netanyahu and Israel. Bibi was out there talking about, this is, we have to go into Iraq. They have all of this stuff and they've got all of these things and we have to. And there was none of that stuff. And they fed us a whole bunch of crap. And there is a fear that this is going to de-escalate fast.
So I have a friend, former CIA officer, who was at the White House this morning talking to his friends. And he says that a decision has been made to attack Iran on Monday or Tuesday. The president yesterday gave the Iranians 10 days to accept our proposals for an end to their ballistic missile program, an end to their uranium enrichment program, an end to supporting groups in the Middle East like Hamas and Hezbollah and the Houthis. But he's done this before. Well, he'll give you 10 days, he'll give you 2 weeks, and then he'll just attack 2 days into it. He thinks that keeps people off balance.
Well, it does. Because it's one of those things where if you've ever had a dislocated shoulder or a finger or somebody and they say, all right, on 3, I'm going to do this and we're going to pull. And you're like, okay. And they go 1, and they do it. Kind of the way that Trump has done stuff in the past. The issue is, how bad does it get if we decide to get into this? I have no idea. I don't. I would like to think we don't get in at all. I'd like the cooler heads prevail. But today they went out and they were back at it when it comes to the young getting out there and saying, all right, we're going to go for it. We're going to start to ramp up everything again. And they're supposed to hold another round of talks on Thursday. But they're not. Khomeini has already got he's expecting to die. He's old, right? And he's got his secession already apparently in place with a couple other, by the way, hardliners who maybe even been worse than him, which is not good. And most importantly, I don't want to be involved in this. I don't want to spend any more damn money, and I don't want to get any more foreign wars. I thought that was the point. We weren't going to be in foreign wars. We're not going to do this. We don't need to be the policemen of the world. And by the way, if you think, well, this is going to be easy, because I get a lot of that from people. This is going to be a walk in the park. This is going to be easy. Iran has some stuff.
There's real danger here for Bahrain, for the United Arab Emirates, for Saudi Arabia, especially in the eastern province, which is where most of the oil is. This isn't going to be a country of 92 million people just rolling over and accepting defeat, without a shot being fired. And one final point, too. I don't know why the Western media are not talking about the fact that Iran has developed hypersonic missiles. The United States doesn't have hypersonic missiles. We're working on one, but we don't have any idea what a hypersonic missile might do to an aircraft carrier, for example.
And here's the scary thing, which, and I told you guys last week, one of the things that we have done is we've gone to several of the places like Bahrain and several of the other places that are friendly with us, that are within reach when it comes to Iran's missiles. And we have told them that they must be prepared for the potential of something. Now, do I think they will attack one of our ships like that? Maybe with conventional weapons, probably not a hypersonic. If they did, I think Trump would use a nuke. Not a big one, but I think he would do. And that would lead to all-out chaos, and then the rest of the world standing up. Why are we doing this? I continue to go back. Why are we doing this? Because Israel wants us to do this. Israel wants us to do this. There is no reason. Well, they could get a nuclear weapon. They're not going to. First of all,
we just gave them one. We blew it up.
Yeah. And I thought that was all taken care of. Remember that last year? Oh, we blew everything up. There is no more nukes. Well, now apparently there is. Now they got, hypersonic missiles, and they got ballistic missiles. We've known all these things. What we have to allow them to make the change. Now, we can help them once the change starts, but do you think the goal for them is, let's make this massive change, and we'll use the Americans to bomb the hell out of our own people with Israel, and do you think that they're going to want nothing for it? They're going to want oil, they're going to want control, and they're going to want to put their own puppet in place. I don't want to be fighting other people's wars. We've done this. We've gotten ourselves into Syria. We have gotten ourselves into Libya, and it all turns to crap. And this has the opportunity to become really nasty fast, because Iran is no joke. They're not they would squish Venezuela in a heartbeat. They are not Venezuela. And we don't need to be in a position where this thing turns us into, well, it becomes a quagmire, a kerfuffle. Somebody said like kerfuffle, but it becomes a quagmire. We become bogged down in any of this stuff. Or putting our men and women in our bases around the globe, but in particular throughout the Middle East, into any kind of harm's way. No, I don't think so. Let me know what you think. Tweet at us, text the program. People are talking about that Gonzalez case earlier, the Republican, and several of you have texted in about that. That Gonzalez, first of all, Gonzalez is in a contested district. It's going to be tough. Secondly, he had an affair, allegedly, and she killed herself. She lit herself on fire because he wanted naked pictures of her, was the last thing that he was texting. And Texas has some weird stuff going on over there. You know, God bless Texas, but there was some weird things happening out there. And that whole thing with that, I remember when that happened. And everybody's like, what happened? It's like, well, she caught on fire. Something happened. It was her. She did it. Because she was having an affair with this dude. And this dude, here's a new world. He's not stepping down. He's like doing everything he can to stick around for as long as he can. Because we live in a time where people think, it'll blow over. NES. Everywhere else.
No, she still needs to be fired.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, it's so much of politics nowadays, especially when they're running, is, I'm telling you guys, primaries matter more than anything ever has when it comes to politics, because it is quality of candidate. And there's some candidates out there on both sides that are insane, that will probably win primaries and get blown out in generals. And this guy, if he was to win, he's gonna have a tough time, even in a red district, no doubt. All right, coming up, Matt is in the house, I think. I saw him, but I haven't seen him. We'll talk about whatever he wants to talk about. Probably about the USA. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Girl, what's up? Matt's in the house.
I have some breaking news.
Tell me. Break it.
Well, I have two pieces of breaking news. I just thought of another one.
Okay.
Breaking news number one. The United States won gold in men's hockey.
Thank you very much for that.
Breaking news number two. I have done the research. The men's Canadian goalie is not nearly as hot as the female Canadian goalie.
No, he is not. He is not.
I do these.
That's a little homophobic, isn't it?
I'm just saying.
Hey, now.
I'm just being honest.
No, you were right. You're right. Now, for the ladies, he may be easy on your eyes.
Sure.
But for the men, sorry, it's not the same.
Speaking of homophobic and easy on the eyes.
Yeah.
That Elvis Presley, it is heyday. My goodness gracious. There was a handsome lad.
He was a good-looking dude.
Good-looking man.
He was, because he's got that new, isn't there a new...
I saw it last night.
Yeah, how was it?
It was fabulous. This is the same guy, Baz Luhrmann, I guess, that did the movie.
Also a guy I would hate to have his life. Yeah, some of these people, right? Like, oh, I'd hate to be you, Austin. Or like some of these guys who play him. You're like,
right. He did the movie, and in doing the movie, he uncovered a lot of this documentary footage that had never been seen before. And so he put it together in a documentary. I cannot gush about it enough. It's just fabulous.
I heard
absolutely fabulous.
So yeah, because they said there's a lot of stuff that people had no idea about him. You know, because it was just stuff that
how intimately involved in the arrangements he was, like how in tune with the audience he was. How
really?
They bounce back and forth. I'll talk about it on the show, but they bounce back and forth. They do it. It's a concert film, but it's also a documentary, and so they go back and forth between rehearsals. And like they'll do a song, but they'll bounce between the rehearsal and the stage, and then several different stages of rehearsal. And the amount of work that he put into arranging and rearranging the stuff, and no, let's do this, let's do that. I had no idea he did all that.
Was it the famous concert where his comeback, or what was it?
No. It was his residency in Las Vegas after the comeback, because the comeback was in 69, I guess, 68, 69. And then so this starts right around late 69, 70, 71, 72. I mean, it was the zone years. He didn't get to Elvis really didn't puff up and get bad until 75.
Yeah. Towards the end, last 18 months of his life,
right.
He was.
And so this really focused on what I would consider the golden era of Elvis Presley, when he started with the jumpsuits.
So he was already a megastar, and then he became, bigger than life.
I don't know that people give Elvis the credit for the comeback, right? I mean, because he was the king of rock and roll. He goes off to war, or not to war, but he goes into military service. 2 years there, comes back, and then the Colonel Tom Parker pushes him into movies.
Yeah.
And he starts doing these awful movies. And he actually, so the entire documentary is narrated by Elvis.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Baz Luhrmann found a 45-minute interview that they had done with Elvis in preparation of doing a documentary that has never been heard before. And he pieced that together and used other interviews that Elvis did that are publicly available. And so Elvis narrates the entire film. It's really, really well done. If you have any interest in Elvis Presley, I encourage you to go see it.
Did he not do any music that wasn't soundtrack related to the movies when he was doing movies?
Oh, good question, Bell.
No, I think all of them were on the soundtracks. I think and they would find one or two to release. Because, I mean, the only songs that I think charted for him in the 1970s were Burning Love and Suspicious Minds.
Yeah.
I mean, pop. I mean, rock and roll, not like gospel. I think he had a couple
the whole
of gospel.
thing was, it wasn't like he was releasing albums of all of his own work, and it was just album-oriented rather than movie-oriented.
It was just movie-oriented.
Yeah.
For the most of the 1960s. It's fabulous, though. It was really good. So
awesome.
You guys should go see it if you like Elvis at all.
Now, is that in theaters? Where is it?
It's IMAX now, and then it releases theater-wide, I think, this weekend. I think it started in IMAX, and now it's going. I would encourage it in IMAX, but I think that goes away this weekend.
Difference between Matt and us, guys. He's talking about Elvis, and we were doing the old Blood and Honey from Winnie the Pooh. So Winnie kills everybody in the movie. There's a part 2.
There's a part 2?
Yeah.
Did you see it? Did you actually see it?
Yeah, I saw the first one. I haven't seen part 2 yet.
How was the first one? Good? Exactly what I would expect it to be?
You know what? It was way better than I think people realize. It only cost a guy $100,000, but you don't need a lot to make nowadays to make movies. But it was
Cocaine Bear good?
Christopher Robbins goes off and leaves them to all just kind of die on their own.
And they turn feral?
They turn feral. He comes back to introduce his new girlfriend, and he comes out to find out that it's basically Leatherface, but Winnie the Pooh.
All right.
Yeah, it's fun. Because
That's nice.
Belle, we were talking about that because Belle had no idea. Belle was talking about how he killed Bambi, his mom, and had no idea that Bambi was a boy.
Oh, I guess, yeah, that makes tracks.
You cook it right, it all tastes the same.
Bambi. How did we know Bambi was a boy?
Because he became the Prince of the Forest. I don't know. People.
He had antlers later on.
Yeah,
That's true.
so
The
that
Prince
happened.
of the Forest.
Don't worry, though. There's Bambi's Revenge and Bambi versus Godzilla if you have a chance. You guys have a good one. We'll do a little Hot Take Tuesday tomorrow. Matt, straight ahead.